the light that's within me shine to the whole world, whole world. Light, let the dawn of a new day bring understanding and love. Oh, inside, yeah. Inside, bringing hope and make you feel alright. Rainbow,
Wow, good
the
to see you.
promise, the future and life. Let the light that's within me shine to the whole world, whole world. Light, let the dawn of a new day bring understanding and love. Oh, inside.
Rachie, I see you. Woman of Purpose, good evening to you. Please let's share this live. I'm gonna do the same. Wow, Coach Tola, how are you? I hope you're good.
Rainbow,
Happy Thursday.
promise, the future and life.
Yeah.
Let the light that's within me shine to the whole world, whole world. Light, let the dawn of a new day bring understanding and love.
Hello.
Oh, inside.
Good evening to you. Please help share this live. I'm doing the same as well. I hope we're good. Happy Thursday to you. I hope our week has been good so far.
Make you feel alright. Rainbow,
Oh,
the promise, the future and life.
I see you. Good evening.
Let the
Welcome.
light that's within me shine to the whole world, whole world. Light, let the dawn of a new day bring understanding and love. Oh, inside.
Egon, I see you. Thanks for joining. I hope you are good. I see you, Yinkere 12. How's your day? Happy Thursday to you.
Hope and make you feel alright.
Good evening to you. Wow.
The promise, the future.
I see you. I hope your day has been good. Davi. 1 second.
Let the light that's
Wow.
within me shine to the whole world, whole world.
Gunin. Thanks for joining. What a
Let
name.
the dawn of a new
I
day
see you, Dennis. Good evening. You're welcome. Please help share this live. It's an interesting topic today. And today we'll talk about marriage relationship topics. I hope our week has been good. Oh, Ato, I see you, dear brother. It's been a while. I hope you're good.
Bringing hope and make you feel alright.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take a couple of minutes to wait for more people to join us. But whilst we wait, guys, just click down on your screen and you see names pop up. Just help me send to all of your friends. Let them be part of Insights today, especially your married friends, or your friends who are engaged to be married, or your friends who are talking about marriage. Please let them come and sit whilst we do this talk today. It has to do with marriage relationships. Hairstyles Tuto, I see you. Thanks for joining. Zali, how are you? I hope you are good. Thanks for joining me here on Insight. I hope your day, your week has been good. I know, 16th day in this year, 2025. I don't know where this January is running to be honest. Miss, I see you, Miss Tish 84. You are welcome. I hope you're good, Fred. Thanks for joining. Oh, I see. That has gone down a bit, but it's all good. I hope our week has been good. Fred, how are you? Welcome to Inside. I see you, the miraculous. Yes, guys. Well, without wasting much time, I'm going to be going into the talk today regarding this topic you can see on your screen. Once again, welcome to Insight with FunmiRoyal. Today, we're going to be talking this talk today. Let's go into this talk. God over everything. Thank you. Good evening. You are welcome. I see you. Tam speaks. These are kind of topics that it's a bit hard to bring up in a marriage relationship or in a relationship really, generally. But ideals to talk about it on Insight today. Benita, you're welcome. Jesus speaking, please stay for this talk. And at the end of the day, I'm going to be bringing us up once I finish my talk. I need to put some perspective to it so we have a better understanding. But as you follow on with the talk, I don't know what angle you want to bring to it and what's your take about this topic as well. We want to learn from each other today so we can enjoy our marriage relationships. There are certain things couples may shy away from, talking about, or some may even say culturally you don't talk about these things, or no, it's a taboo, or it's just silent. It's there, but it's just silent. And sometimes, if not appropriately dealt with, it can create havoc in a marriage relationship or any relationship for that matter. So let's talk about it today here on Insight. So once again, welcome. Happy Thursday to you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day, wherever you're joining from. Mabel, I see you. Thanks for joining. So I'm going to go into this talk, and don't forget, later on I'm going to bring my puzzle for today. And today, anybody can actually try this puzzle to get the gift for today. So if I were you, I wouldn't go away. You get the gift if we're okay with your answer. Wiz, welcome. Thanks for joining us. So I'm going to go into the talk and add more flesh to it, give it a bit of a perspective so we can have a better understanding. Oh, Mila for Christ. Good evening to you. Thanks for joining me here. I hope you will stay today. I hope your day has been good. Akintune, welcome as well. So, marriage and exes. Or marriage and ex, if it's just the one, But some people have exes, and those exes may not just be going anywhere anytime soon based on the relationship. It could be that they have children together. It could be that they're attached maybe to a property. It could be that they're attached, one way or the other, but they're just there. They're exes. They're supposed to be in the past, but they're still very much in the present. Let us talk about this topic today, marriage and exes. So navigating boundaries and building trust. If you want to break it down some more, let's look at it. We all know, Hawa, I see you. Thanks for joining. Cosmila, is you? Okay, I see you. Marriage is a sacred union that thrives on love, trust, and mutual respect. However, the presence of ex-partners in either spouse's life can become, sometimes create even challenges. It can create challenges for them. That's why I said, let us talk about it. We don't want any challenge or any unnecessary challenge. This is a new year, 2025. We want to enjoy our marriage relationships. So whether it's a former romantic partner or a co-parenting situation, how a couple handles interaction with their exes can significantly impact the health of the marriage. It can significantly impact the health of their marriage. So in this talk today, we're going to be exploring strategies for navigating relationships with exes, not excesses, baggage, I don't know, while maintaining a sanctity and strength of the marital bond. This is a union, and as we know, in a marriage institution, it's supposed to be a union between a husband and wife, and sometimes that certain things, it just doesn't work like so. Like I said, due to this extra attachment from past relationships and what have you. So it's very crucial. It's very crucial that we talk about this so that moving forward, I mean, we can all enjoy our relationship. So it's a lot easier when we talk about it. It's hard sometimes to talk about, but let us talk about it and let's see how far we can go. So let us look at acknowledge the roles of the exes. So there's certain things, like I said, when we talk about it, certain things will come up and we can't shy away from it. Let's talk about the ups and the downs, the beautiful, the ugly side of these things, especially where your spouse, your wife or your husband is concerned. If you don't talk about these things openly and these people are still in there with your spouse somehow, and you feel uncomfortable talking about it with your spouse, then there will be problems. Because when you say someone is your ex, they're supposed to be in the past. And whatever is bringing them into your present, it has to be something open to both you and your husband, both you and your wife, such that, you know, there's no secret as such and things are not getting out of hand based on assumptions. You know, assumptions are never a positive thing. So we need to be mindful of that. So welcome, Marie. I see you. So acknowledge the role of exes. So understand their place. You need to understand their place. In some cases, exes remain a part of the spouse's life, your spouse's life. There's nothing you can do about it where children are concerned, like I said, especially, because of the children from the previous relationship. So recognizing their role without feeling threatened is key. And husband and wife need to be careful because how you place your ex in your present life will determine a lot of things. Fine, they're in your past, fine, you have children together. Are you the one that your wife needs certain things? Your wife is requiring certain things and you keep saying, oh, 1 minute, I need to attend to my baby mama, my baby dada, or whatever it is. And you're always bringing them, you know, as priority before your current wife or your current husband. There will be issues. So whatever way you're dealing with your ex, make sure that it doesn't threaten the feeling or the emotion or the love, the care, everything you're giving to your wife or to your husband. Because when they start second guessing you, is there something going on there again? Is there because sometimes they hide behind the children, like, oh, the children is the reason why we're talking, or the children is the reason why we're going to so place. But sometimes we give room to the devil and things are happening again, and we don't want that, do we? So we need to understand their place. Husband and wife should put their exes in their place as well. Don't say because you had children with them and now you're married to somebody else and you're disrespecting them just because maybe they're yet to have children for you or whatever it may be. Let there be proper understanding, openness and honesty in that relationship, please. Then avoid denial or overaction. Pretending that exes don't exist or reacting emotionally to their presence can lead to unnecessary tension. So both husband and wife really needs to be careful. Hold something. I can see you. I hope you're holding something tangible as well. So a balanced approach fosters trust, because in that dynamic, trust will be flying up and down. Is there trust in that marriage? Is there trust in this relationship? Because if there's no trust or the trust has been broken, anything that has to do with the exes is going to cause an overreaction from your spouse, and you don't want that, because sometimes you might not be able to explain yourself because it's just the truth is glaring, and we don't want a confusion. We don't want assumptions as well, to destroy what we're trying to build. So we need to be careful. Acknowledge by understanding their place and avoid being in denial that they're even there, and be mindful so that it doesn't encroach in the trust that you have for one another. Again, set clear boundaries. Set clear boundaries. And spouses should not be relating to their exes for whatever reason other than children. If the children are not, they don't say, oh, they used to be my best friend, so because they are my exes, I'm not dating them anymore, or I'm no longer with them, they're still my best friend, quote and unquote. You're looking for trouble. Your wife, your husband should be your new best friend. Let's put it that way. Yes, your new best friend. So please be mindful. Be mindful, especially if you're the one with the ex. Be mindful. Set clear boundaries, meaning define appropriate interaction. Establish clear and mutual agreed upon boundaries for communication and interaction with your exes. If an ex is calling, let's say the husband, for example, the ex is calling, your wife should be able to pick the phone and attend to them. And if they go, oh, is Tony there? And you're saying, oh, he's busy at the moment. Is there anything we can do, maybe because of children or whatever? The wife should be able to talk to the ex. If there's nothing there, quote and unquote, don't say, oh, okay, I'll call back or something. They might just be looking for trouble sometimes. So, boundaries. This might include limits on casual conversations and casual visits. For the fact that my children are there or his children are here or whatever, you don't just come in anyhow. Olumi, oh, I see you. The parenting system. Oh, good evening. Oh, you changed your name? Is this a new name? Olumi, I see you. Good evening. Or the parenting system. I see you. Good evening to you. So what am I saying? You don't just barge in because they're your ex and you've got children with them. You don't just barge into their house. You don't just come visiting unannounced. And you don't just have, casual conversations when you all have to meet or whatever it is. It's a long story, my sister. Oh, okay. Maybe when I catch up with you, we'll make it short. But it's good to have you here all the same. Thank you for joining. So, guys, let's define the interactions we have with them. Let's, husband and wife, talk about the boundaries. And the reason why we're entertaining this, like I said, is because children are involved. Because we still have to, be responsible. Again, respect spousal comfort. Both partners should respect each other's feelings about what's appropriate when dealing with their exes. Open and honest communication helps to set these boundaries, because your ex calls you, oh, thank you so much, thank you for the gift. Your ex calls and you have to sneak out to pick their calls, or your ex call and you can't talk because your spouse is there. You're like, okay, I'll call you back. And you're whispering and they're wondering what's going on. Hello? Is that an open and honest communication? Even if it is, the way you're behaving, you're going to be sending wrong signals to your spouse. And they'll be wondering what on earth is going on. Why are they whispering? Why can't he talk that I'm here? Your spouse will just be wondering all sorts. So let's not plant unnecessary, thoughts in their mind. Because, this mind, it has a way of running wild. So let's be careful. Again, prioritize transparency. I've heard of so many cases, please, you don't even want to know. Because of this topic, it's broken up new relationships, new marriage relationships, because things are not done appropriately and effectively. And then there's a whole lot that the person could not even justify anything really. And the more they try to justify, it just sounds more bizarre. And at the end of the day, it nearly broke up that relationship. So let's be mindful. Prioritize transparency. Even if the exes is being funny, you talk about these things with your spouse. Let them know, like, I don't understand what's going on with this person. The other time I said I needed to see my children. Whatever it is, in that situation, let your spouse, let them know, so that nothing new is sprung up on them. Because then they'll start assuming what is not. You don't want them to do that. So share relevant information with your spouse. If there is contact with an ex, it is essential to keep your spouse informed. Secrecy can lead to mistrust and unnecessary suspicion. I'm going out to meet my children, but they can't come here for whatever reason. I need to meet them at their mother's. Why not even take your spouse along? What's the big deal? She can spend time with them. if that is where you find yourself, don't be secretive about things like that, because they'll just be wondering. You can't tell me where you guys are meeting up, whether the children are even going to be there. It's just the two of you. What meeting? Okay, what's the purpose of the meeting? And your spouse is interested and they're asking. You're like, why are you asking? And then you start going at that tangent. Do not allow room for such conversation. Don't be secretive about it. Your wife or your husband knows about this ex with the children. There is no more big deal. It's out in the open. And any dealings with the ex from then on, that you're married to somebody else, it has to be talked about. Or even if it's a relationship that broke up, not even necessarily a marriage, and I know today we talk about marriage, it could be that it's an ex, whatever happened, you have a child with them, and you end up not getting married. You've moved on, you've agreed, both of you move on, but you're still responsible to this child, and yet you're still finding love, in another relationship. That does not mean because you have a child together, you've made up your mind to go your separate ways, but you still both have to be responsible to that child. And then the new person coming in, don't be rubbing it in their face. Don't be like, every time you're out late, oh, I had to go and spend time with the child. Oh, I had to. You're just looking for trouble. So be careful. Be careful. Have you ever asked, you know what, I'm meeting with my son. Do you want to come along? Let her or him say no. Or let her or him say, oh, I'm busy. Oh, please, I beg, I really want to meet your child. Can we do another day or something? Be that open. Be that open. And if it's not even convenient, let them be able to say that to you, and you to be able to say that to them. Be open. No, hanky-panky games. Then, like I say, include your spouse. In case where exes are part of social events or family gatherings, involve your spouse to ensure they feel included and valued. Now you're with a new person, and then there's a family gathering, maybe a family occasion or event, and because there's a child involved, I keep saying that, and that's really the major reason, a child is involved, and they say, your family or your parents, they want to see their grandson or their son or whatever. So you might just ask your ex to bring the child. If they cannot bring the child to you for you to take the child to that event, well, they may have to bring the child there, and them coming, there are boundaries. Don't just abandon your wife or your husband on the chair and then go to meet your ex and sit there and just be gisting and be, laughing and all of that. Guys, you are looking for trouble. After that event, you meet another event at home, trust me. So let's be mindful and be careful. Again, co-parenting with an ex, like I said, this is inevitable. The deed has been done. We still have to be responsible, Focus on the children, people. Focus on the children. When children are involved, prioritize their well-being above personal feelings. Because, old habits die hard, as they say. Old feelings sometimes may also die hard. And you don't want to go and be igniting old flames. That is not going to help your marriage relationship with your ex. It's not going to help. So maintain a cordial and respectful relationship with your ex for the sake of effective co-parenting. Please, this is very, very crucial. Maintain that cordial and respectful relationship with your ex, because someday soon your ex may move on, but this child is still in there, and it's like two families now responsible because of this child that is tying them together. And if you don't set boundaries, it will be stepped on. Then create clear agreements. Sometimes you may have to draw up some agreements for the lawyers to even sign it off, so that everybody respect their boundaries. Work out structured arrangements for co-parenting to avoid misunderstandings or conflicts that could affect your marriage. Your current marriage, that relationship, this existing relationship should be prioritized regardless of what the ex's baggage or baggages may be. So you don't want your spouse feeling out of place. You don't want them feeling like a second fiddle and all of that. In order to avoid all these misunderstandings and conflicts, please be effective in the planning, in the arrangements with your ex, with the children and things like that. So bring your wife. If you have to sit down and have a mediation or whatever, let your spouse be there as well. And they can even bring suggestions, how to make adequate arrangement. This is very crucial. My talk today is not going to be too lengthy, but I just want to add a bit of flesh to it, like I said. And I have just one question by the time I'm finished, and we can start off with that. Don't forget my puzzle. Thank you for the likes already. Deal with insecurity or jealousy. Today we're talking about marriage and exes. If you're just joining, you are welcome. So deal with insecurity or jealousy, because feelings will just be flying here and there with your wife, with your husband, with the exes as well. So communicate honestly with your spouse. If feelings of insecurity arises, because you cannot overrule that for whatever reason, okay, not all of us are mature the same way. For whatever reason at all, address them with your spouse in a non-confrontational way. Even if you notice, hello heartbeat, I know, long time no see, I hope you are good. It's good to have you here. I don't know what is wrong with this screen. It's just wrong. Yeah, I hope you are good. Long time no see. The last time I think we lost you because of the connection, and yeah, it played on us a bit. But you're welcome. It's good to have you here. Thank you so much. So as I was talking about communicating honestly, if feelings of insecurity arises, address them with your spouse in a non-confrontational way. Be sensitive to their feelings, because they're entitled to how they're feeling. You might not see it, but that's what they're feeling due to whatever circumstances you may have put them or not put them actually. So bottling up emotions can lead to resentment. You don't want your spouse to feel resentment towards you because they feel you're neglecting them, what they're feeling. You feel, get a hold of yourself and all of that. Oh, it's good to have you here as well. Thank you so much. So don't encourage them to be open with you, whatever they're feeling, and then you put their mind to rest. Put their mind to rest. Don't add more salt into injury, as they say, please. And by you doing this, they won't bottle up any emotions. They will be free to open up and speak with you, and this will not allow that resentment to build up. So allow them. If you feel, why are you being jealous, I've told you there is nothing. Keep reassuring them, because maybe because the bond you had with your exes was so strong, and to them, no matter how much you say you guys have broken up, they can still see that connection, or they can still see such emotional connection, and they're not just happy with it, or it's not sitting down well with them. Again, affirm your commitment. Just about saying that, affirm your commitment. Both partners should consistently reaffirm their love and commitment to one another. You really have to help each other, especially where these exes are concerned. A strong marital foundation reduces the likelihood of jealousy or insecurity. When you're building the new relationship before it develops a marriage relationship, what are you making them feel when your exes come with this child or children? How do you make them feel? Even if it was a mistake, so it was a mistake, it just happened, it was a one night stand or whatever it is, but you ended up not being with them and now you're in a new relationship. Don't make your wife or husband feel like, oh, there's still something there, oh, there's still this emotion, whatever. No, don't. Reaffirm your love for this person you are in a marriage relationship with. Help one another really to strengthen that foundation of your marriage, because like I said, if children are involved, this is going to link the exes till life, for life. So you have to live in this situation for life as well. But we need to help one another to be comfortable, to do away with all the insecurities that may arise as the relationship grows. Then again, addressing unhealthy dynamics. This is very crucial and it's very sensitive. Either way, really, with your husband or with your wife, whoever has the exes or whoever has the children, it's not going to be an easy thing to live with. So, but you need to address any kind of unhealthy dynamics. For example, you need to recognize the red flags. Because like I said, fine, is the children that is linking these two people together. If care is not taken, things can start up again, and that will be infidelity on whoever part. We don't want that. So you need to recognize red flags. If an ex is attempting to interfere in your marriage or overstepping their boundaries, it is very, very important to address the issue immediately and firmly. Imagine maybe the ex comes with the children and they're somewhere in your space, and you and husband and wife, because you're open and honest, you're talking personal talk, but they just happen to be there. And then the ex just stands up and saying, don't allow her to do that. Don't allow him to do that. And then they're interfering in your talk or in your thing. And then you're like, yeah, that's true. Please help me tell him. Help me tell her. Red flag. No. You don't want that, because when the exes leave, you will see something. Something you may not be prepared for. So recognize red flag. And when your spouse is addressing certain issues, don't just feel, why are you coming up with this? Don't just be defensive. There's certain things they've seen you may not have noticed, and it may not be you. It could be your exes passing wrong signals that you're not even picking up, and then your spouse is picking it up, and they're like calling your attention to it. Don't fight them off. Please hear them and work towards that, and be firm in whatever decision they're going to make. Then protect your marriage. Hey. You don't want exes to be exes. So many exes, you can't catch up again just because you're not handling situations well. Protect your marriage. This is key. Like I said, whatever mistake has happened with this person, fine. The deed has been done. But you moved on with your life. You're now in a marriage relationship. Protect your marriage. Protect your spouse. Both partners should be aligned in prioritizing their marriage over any lingering attachment or inappropriate interaction with the exes. Even if it's 10 children, even if it's 100 children, there has to be boundaries. If you don't protect your marriage, it may just ruin your marriage if care is not taken. So let us not overlook these things. Protect your marriage at all costs, because that comes first. Again, another thing I'm going to mention in terms of this topic, marriage and exes, is foster trust and security, because this is very crucial. Build trust daily with your spouse, with your husband, with your wife. Build trust daily. Trust is built through consistent actions, by being honest and being transparent. Your spouse cannot ask a question about the ex. Maybe they notice something and they just want to address it, and you're like, why are you asking that question? And you start third world war because of one question they've asked. You're breaking whatever trust you may have in that relationship if care is not taken. Prioritize each other's feelings and needs to create a safe environment, a safe emotional environment for your spouse. So you have to build that trust daily. Like I said, because of whatever has happened, this person may be in your life till forever. Even when they've gone on to marry or remarry or whatever, these children are still there. You can't throw them away, except maybe you've taken full custody of these children and the other parent do not have to see them for whatever reason. They're in your custody, then you're okay. Even at that, you still have to be careful, so to say. So prioritize each other's feelings, each other's needs, above all else. Then again, in terms of fostering trust and security, avoid comparisons. Let me pause here so that we can think about it. Avoid comparisons, guys. Don't say, why did you do this way? I trust my ex. They dare not do this. They won't do that. No. In fact, let me look for. I don't know what I can blow. Let's see the effect. I don't know what sound is there to blow to sound the warning. Let me look at our sound effect. There's triumph. I don't know. Should I scream? Exactly. Be scared. Be scared. Do not, capital letter, do not compare your spouse with your ex. I don't know if you're there and you speak another language. Help me type in your language. Help me type it there. Do not compare your spouse with your ex. If you can, honestly, I'll really appreciate that. Do not compare your spouse with your ex. Never, never, ever, ever compare your spouse to an ex. Even if you feel your ex is way better at cooking, at doing this, at doing that, that will never build your marriage. That will never ever build your marriage. Come on to Jesus, I see you. Thanks for joining. So be careful. Never, ever, ever, ever. Thank you so much for the heart me. Compare your spouse to an ex. Whether positively, whether negatively. Let the ex be ex. Let them be gone from your marriage relationship. Comparisons can undermine confidence and respect in that relationship. You do not want to compare. You do not, for whatever reason. Don't say, it's a good one. No, I said, no, please. Because everybody's good in their own way. Everybody's bad too in their own way. Never compare. Or especially when you're angry with your spouse and then you just blot it out without thinking. You better retract and apologize, because that's a seed you've sown, and if it grows, you will not like the tree that will come from it. So guys, let us be careful. Foster trust and security in your marriage relationship where the exes are concerned. Again, rely on faith and counseling, depending on your faith. Most faith-based religion would offer counseling, help, and all of that. So if you're the type, please do not hesitate to seek help if necessary. Seek divine guidance. There's nothing wrong in that. If conflict arises, prayer and reliance on God's wisdom can help to provide clarity and strength in handling challenges related to exes. You can read Proverbs 3:5-6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and all of that. So be careful. Seek guidance if you have to, because matters may arise. Good evening, Leslie. I hope you're good. Matters may arise that, if care is not taken, might just ruin your marriage relationship, just because of unresolved conflicts relating to ex or maybe children from that relationship. Consider counseling. Do not be ashamed of counseling. I always say this. You're trying to seek help to live a better life in your marriage relationship. Please do not feel shame for it. Do not feel embarrassed. If ex-related issues are causing strain, seeking professional counseling can help navigate complex emotions and situations effectively, so you can enjoy your marriage relationship. Consider counseling if need be. Never ever be ashamed to do that. You want the best for your home. You want the best for your marriage. So why not if you have to? Then the importance of letting go. Because sometimes, like I said, unless there are children involved, you're attached for life in a way. But if there are not children, what business do you still have with your ex? Even if you have a property together or you have a business together and there are no boundaries, you know that you may just overstep the boundary, or your ex might even overstep the boundary, whichever way. But that will not help your current marriage relationship, would it? So sometimes you may have to learn the importance of letting go. You may have to sit your ex down and say, you know what? This property that is tying us together, let's sell it. Let everybody take their money or whatever and go their separate ways. Don't feel, it will be at a loss, it will be at a this, but then you don't want to lose your marriage. Otherwise, you keep piling exes all over the place. Is that a good way to live, or is that a happy way to live life? Like, you know what? I always say, I don't know the answers all, but let's just talk about it. Because this is breaking up homes when people cannot detach from their exes for whatever reason. Okay, Tuesday, I see you. Thanks for joining. Sumbo, I see you. Thanks for joining. Release the past. Release the exes. If either partner is holding on to emotional ties with an ex, it's crucial to release those attachments for the health of the marriage. You have to release it, you have to let it go. Especially where it's not, maybe you didn't break up the relationship, maybe the ex broke it up and you're still in love with them, or you still have strong feelings for them, but because they broke it off and they've gone their way, and you're still finding it hard to, and yet you're in this new relationship, you think you're in love and all of that, or you're even married, and then any sight of maybe an old picture, or you're on the social media, you see them, you almost feel like crying again, and your husband or your wife is wondering what on earth is going on here. So you have to be determined in your mind to release the ex, let them go. Clinging to the past prevents full emotional investment in the present, in that present marriage. You're denying your wife, your husband, that full emotional investment. That's what it simply means. And some people, maybe you don't even have a business being in that marriage because you're not over your ex for whatever reason. Now it's like you're torturing your spouse. They didn't ask to be loved. You chose to love them, and yet you still want to choose to love your ex, so to say. You cannot eat your cake and have it. Christiana, I see you. Thanks for joining. So let's be mindful. Let's release the past. Let it be. It's the past. Clinging to it may not help your present relationship. Again, focus on the present. Channel all your energy into nurturing your marriage and building a fulfilling life together rather than dwelling on the past relationship. Past, it is gone. You might say, "Oh, for me, you don't understand. I invested a lot in that relationship. I did this, I did that. I sacrificed this, I sacrificed that." But then they said they don't want it anymore. And that's why you're with this new person. That's why you're in this new relationship. Where is your heart really? Maybe you need to do a bit of soul searching. Sit down and think about things. Reflect on things. Where are you? Where are you? Because if you're married to this person and you're not fully devoted to them, and you're still lingering in the past, I miss my ex or what. Sometimes, the worst thing that can even happen, you're in a marriage relationship with somebody new, and in your sleep you're muttering, you're murmuring, and you're saying your ex's name all the time. And maybe your spouse just wakes up to go and ease themselves, and they're like, this person is having a nightmare, and then you shout your ex's name in your dream continuously. Hey, better imagine than experience, as they say. Exactly, woman of purpose. Let it go. Release yourself. It's not helping you. It's not helping your spouse. It's not even helping your ex as well. Because God knows they're living life. They're living their own life. And you're still stuck in that past. Let it go so you can build your current relationship. Focus on the present and the future with your spouse. So I'm going to be concluding, and then I'll bring us up to talk more, because there's so many angles. In fact, I was speaking, I just said, but how many would I say? Like I said, I just have to keep it short and sharp. In conclusion, I'm just going to say this. Ex-partners can be a delicate topic in marriage. Very delicate topic in marriage. But with open communication, mutual respect, and clear boundaries, couples can navigate these challenges successfully. By prioritizing trust, transparency, these things are capital letter. Write them in capital letter if you must. By prioritizing trust, transparency, and the sanctity of the marital bond, spouses can ensure that their relationship remains strong and secure. Very strong and very secure. Always remember that a marriage rooted in love and commitment will stand firm, no matter the external challenges. No matter the external challenges. This is where I'm going to rest my case tonight, because I want us to come up and talk about this some more. I can't cover it all, to be honest with you. Letitia, I see you. Thanks for joining. So my question to us today is, should exes be entertained in a marriage relationship. Should exes be entertained in a marriage relationship? Woman of Purpose said, ex relationship must end unless there are children and clear boundaries are necessary. Yes. So that is my question, and this is where I'm going to rest my own talk for today. Of course, we're going to discuss some more. So guys, be ready to send your invite. Let us come up. If you have experiences you want to share, if you have a different opinion, please feel free to share. Let us reason together. Should exes be entertained in a marriage relationship? Guys, I will be right back. Thank you. Thank you for the likes already. Thank you.
Rainbow, the promise, the future, and life. Let the light that's within me shine to the whole world, whole world. Light, let the dawn of a new day bring understanding and love.
Oh, Leslie said there is a reason why exes are called old flame, because they can be rekindled. That is true. Thank you, Leslie, for putting that in. But then it comes with danger, danger, danger. Let's see.
Rainbow, the promise, the future, and life.
Let us talk some more.
Let the light that's within.
Let's talk some more about. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening. How are you? Oh, who's Jen?
Hello.
Hello, Heartbeat 77. Wow, good to see you.
Long
you.
time.
Long time no see. I hope you are good.
I am. Just that these days I don't see you here online. I don't know why.
Oh, it is well. 1 second. Okay, Woman of Purpose, good evening. Leslie, good evening. You're welcome. So we can start off really because of our time. If we can finish early today, I don't know as many people that will be joining us. Okay, Mobalale, you're at work. Oh, okay. I do understand, but thank you for stopping by as well. I hope you can still hang about. You can type your submissions and maybe Woman of Purpose or myself will try to read them out. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining in. A13, I see you. Welcome. Okay. All right. Thank you. So, Woman of Purpose, I'm going to hand over to you. I need to grab something quickly, please. Over to you. I hope you're good. Let's see.
Yes, I am. Good evening, everybody. Yes, interesting topic. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, we can start off. Leslie, good evening. Are you able to unmute where you are? Hi.
Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening. Yes.
Thank you.
We want to hear from you. You put something very interesting in the chat.
Yeah, it's not my quote. Actually, I learned it. I heard it from a radio DJ years ago, and it really blessed me because this topic is a good one, and I think it's what that is good for a couple to be able to discuss these things and not keep them as secrets because it's a dangerous place if someone is married and they're still dealing with exes. I apart from if they've had children with them, and even then you have to have some proper protocol and boundaries set in place to make sure that it's a child you're dealing with if you're married to somebody else. But yeah, it's a good topic because the fidelity of marriage is really built on understanding and trust. And if that is not there in the relationship, then it's a very, very difficult ground to stand on. Exes are an interesting topic. I mean, I don't know how to say, but in my situation, it's not that wasn't really like a big deal breaker. It has been discussed because we were given a book and recommended one which we bought a few years back. I think just before the pandemic, and it was to do with asking each other questions over a year. And one of those topics was how do we handle exes? And it was a very enlightening thing because we both it was and part of the part of the thing they said is that you have to remember that your wife or your husband had a life before they met you,
Yeah.
and you have to be able to we have to be able to accept that their life, good or bad, was without you, and when they met you, maybe you made it better or hoping not worse, but you have to accept that that's the situation. um so it was very interesting conversation because it made me see my wife in a new way, and her too to me. And that was quite an interesting topic about how we handle exes. Of, I mean, we were in a situation where that wasn't a problem in our mind, but it made us realize the importance of why we need to be honest with ourselves and with our emotions. But exes, like they say, old flames can be rekindled, and there's a reason why they call it, because you can ignite a passion just by simply. I've had situations where they just saw the ex just saw them, and within a couple of weeks they were talking, and it became something else because they never really had made a closure on their hearts. You know. So yeah, it's one. I think it's one that a healthy marriage relationship, if that's the situation where they have had significant others before meeting, it's important that they are able to discuss those things and do it healthily. And if that's a problem, they should go and get counseling. But a healthy marriage means that people can be honest to be able to express themselves and talk some things to. I don't mean going into details, though, please. But at least you can be able to. And in our family, it's a running joke between the two of us. We have running joke between the two of us in regards to some of our past relationships. So we've learned, we've grown to a point where we just see some of those things as humorous and as life experiences, and that's pretty much it. But it's a no-go in terms of rekindling. It's just a no-go. I would say there's one situation I remember where somebody from my uni that I was close to came. They were doing some sort of business, and I remember getting a phone call. My wife was next to me, and she just looked at me funny, like, "God, I don't start anything here." And I'm like, "It's not me that did the call. It's not me." But I'm grateful she did that. I'm grateful because later on it was now like, "Oh, here's my number. Can we meet?" And I was like, I don't trust myself. And I had to tell the person. Yeah. But it was because of my wife's response, that first response, and that for me became like my check. Like, okay, she's not comfortable with it. This thing has continued, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not even gonna start something here. And I had to tell the person, you know, it's fine, don't worry. I recommend it to somebody else. And that was the end of that. That was it. But I remember that experience. Like, wow, okay. She wasn't comfortable with it. And I had to respect it. So yeah, I'll leave it there for everybody to come and share and drop their own thing. Thank
One
you.
thing I wanted to ask you was, sorry.
Imagine, woman of purpose, if the table were to be turned, how would you
Ah.
feel, Leslie, as well?
It'll be more than looks. You'll be giving something else.
I won't lie. I would have talked about it first, though, because that's how we do. But I think I might have been a bit more expressive. That I would say. So that's how I would say. But I'm not. One of the things my wife says is that in that area, it's not really something I'm really keen on. I feel like if I do what I need to do, I'm not really worried about. It's up to you how you handle yourself with the opposite sex. That's up to you. But I will make sure that where you are concerned, I'm faithful to you. But if it was the other way, I'll probably be expressive about it. But I won't know.
Your eyes will nearly pop out your head. Are you okay, woman?
I think it I wrote 3 times in the space of a minute.
I was gonna ask a question. Like, so for example, if you meet somebody and the exes are not in their life, the exes, no exes in their life at that point in time, do you think still they should, talk to you about it and say, well, I used to date so and so person? Because I only feel like most people talk about it only when the ex becomes like a problem.
Like I said, we broke that subject because of a book we read.
Yeah.
That was where it came up for the first time. So we never really were thinking about. But when we looked at that question, it kind of made me understand that, you know what, this is who she was. This is what she was dealing with. And I myself had to, like, this is who I was. I was dealing with certain things. I didn't know how. I thought this would have been the person. Didn't work out. So in a way, it was kind of good because it let us know that we had to accept that we had a past,
Of course. Yes.
and also where we are now and who we are as we are married now is more important than but that's an experience that we can learn from. And that was it. It was really just I think it just gave us an appreciation for our journey to how we got to where we are. That question, and they actually kind of paraphrase it as well. But yeah, that was when we first really broached it, and that was interesting. That okay, so we can be honest about it and talk about this, and there's no fear of judgment. There's no like, you mean you this is what I've been dealing with, eh? So I'm like, I wasn't there, so I can't live my life like I was going to be the person, and how things worked out. But it gave us an appreciation for how we came together. I think that was one of our takeaways on doing that, on getting that question when we were faced with it. Yeah.
Funny enough, as you asked that question, woman of purpose, I remember this conversation vividly with my husband. How we both talked about the people we dated before we met and all of that. I don't know whether it was when we got engaged or while still talking. Because I remembered, I could only count 10, whatever. So, and he told me how they broke up, and I mentioned to him how I broke up with these people. So I don't think there was anything crazy as such, but we talked about it. I can remember. Yeah, I just wanted to keep that in. So thank you. Yeah. I don't know whose chair is creaking.
It's not mine. I'm not on the chair, so I don't know. Okay. Yes, we can move on to. I can't. Oh, is it? I can't see the name properly. Hold on. Who's
It's
next?
hard. It's hard.
Oh, it's Heartbeat. Oh, hello.
I know it's been a while.
Yes, Heartbeat. Good evening. Are you able to unmute?
Good evening.
Welcome.
Thank you. It's been a while.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you, Heartbeat.
Yes.
Many, many happy returns.
Yes. So
It's great to see you all alive in 2025
Thank God.
and still doing the things the things we were doing in 2024.
Yes, indeed.
This suggests that we will continue even in 2026 and beyond.
Amen.
Thank you for that.
This topic it's an interesting one. Exes. Apparently, they account for the breakdown of some percentage of marriages that ended in divorce. Because, like the other lady was saying, in my own country, there is a saying that old firewood ignite easily.
Wow, that's another way of
And
putting it.
so, yes. And so, this is something that can easily spark off, and it calls for us to be more careful. The truth about this is that I have had my own experience, but it wasn't an experience that was based on intimacy. Honestly, when I married my wife, I had not known any woman before, but I had tried dating some women that didn't work. And it happened that once upon a time, one of them who was supposed to be my very first love experience. And trust me, the whole experience lasted for only 6 weeks.
Oh.
But I was so much into it. It was the first of its kind. I was in my mid 20s. I was head over heels with this woman, I mean this young lady, and it was something else. And
Wow.
all of this was short lived. In a matter of 6 weeks, her parents decided that they moved her to London, and that was the end.
Oh
This was
wow.
the time when um, we didn't have WhatsApp and other forms of
Okay, you mean before I
online.
was born? Before I was born?
Not exactly so. That makes me too old, but I don't think I'm too old.
Oh, okay. Sorry,
Yes,
my.
so there wasn't the Facebook and all those things. And I got to know her through her own brother, who was my friend.
Okay.
And it was like love at first sight.
Okay.
My mother loved her, all my family. I'm a twin, my twin brother loved her. And some of my mature friends were like, this guy, he can't handle this lady because, in fact, when we even walk through the street and people drive past, especially guys, they would turn and look at her. She was so beautiful. And
Wow.
clearly, I didn't, my pocket was not um, big enough to
Wow.
handle her.
Mm.
And 6 weeks, this was over. And when they say that you could experience some broken heart, it's real because I did experience it in that short time.
Wow.
And I'm just trying to build the background for you to see the ties, though there wasn't any intimacy. But
Okay.
what happened was that I will be walking in the street, and all I'm doing is thinking about her, where to see her.
Wow.
And I will see somebody who I don't know from Adam, I don't know him or her, and I will be going to the person to ask her, have you seen this lady? And it
Wow.
will occur to me that, oh, but why are you going to ask this person? He doesn't know this lady. You don't even know him or her. So why are you going to ask him or her this question? Then I will rescind. And just after I have passed by him or her, and I meet the next person, the same thing plays back.
Oh.
So I had a very bad experience. I remember one night I came home so broken. I knelt down by my bedside. I said I was going to pray, and I knelt down. It looked like about 30 minutes. I
Oh.
opened my eyes and I was shocked. It was broad daylight, but I knew it didn't run past 30 minutes. It was a short time. So I
Wow.
was like, what is it that I'm experiencing? So years later, when I was married and she came back to town, I think she's a smart lady. She asked the brother to invite me without informing me that she was in town.
Wow.
So the brother was very insistent I should come and that he has this problem with his wife and I'm the only person who can talk to the wife. And in fact, I was also so busy at the office. And it wasn't in my heart because I'm a very spiritual person. It wasn't in my heart to go. I said, put your wife on the phone. Let me talk to you because I'm so busy with something. But he kept insisting that the wife would not respond to me on the phone, so I should come. Until I was given one excuse from one to another until this lady herself took over the phone and said, hey, this is me. I'm in town and
Wow.
I'm demanding your presence and I'm not taking no for an answer.
Wow.
Now, look at the impact that the separation left on me. If
Yeah.
there had been intimacy,
Wow. It
trust
would
me,
have been tough to bear.
this would have been another big temptation. It will be like the Adam and Eve temptation. It will be very strong one. But
Yeah.
thank God nothing like that ever occurred. So I was able to wave it off. And that was it. I didn't respond to my friend's call for a long time.
Wow.
At which time she had left back to London. You see, so exes have so much influence when there is that intimacy, because there is this University of Wales in Australia that has made a scientific discovery. I don't know whether it has been passed, that hypothesis has been confirmed. But what they have discovered is that when a man releases into a woman, he passes his DNA onto her,
Wow.
which forms part of the woman's DNA. And
Wow.
the most dangerous thing was that they are able to pass this DNA on to their children.
Wow.
So, could it account for why sometimes children come up with behaviors and the man is like, this thing is not in my family. The woman is also saying it's not in my family.
This
Maybe it's
child is
coming from
behaving
some
like
ex.
my
Who
ex.
knows? Uh-huh.
Mm.
Maybe. Who knows? You see? And I think it also agrees with God's word, which says that you cleave together. And trust me, it took me years to understand that cleaving is sex, nothing more. Because he said that, and they will become one flesh. It is not spiritual. The cleaving is to bind the two bodies together as one. And that is sex and nothing more. So you can imagine that if you've had.
Oh, okay. Leslie say it is confirmed and peer review authorized. Oh, okay. Oh, Leslie, I hope we've not lost you. I mean, sorry, heartbeat.
Signature
Sorry.
is on them.
Okay.
You see?
Heartbeat.
Yes.
We missed a
Can you
beat.
hear me?
You missed it.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, yes, we can now.
Okay. I was saying that most women admit being vulnerable to their exes. And my question is, could it be that it's because they are carrying their DNA in them? They have become one flesh with them? Or is it
Maybe.
that they have their signature written on them wherever they go? So this X thing is very, very powerful, and we must do everything to eliminate it. Once it lingers around, it has the potential to generate into so many things. And the point here is that somebody who never married you, what business are you doing with them now that you are married? If they loved you and they wanted you that much, they should have kept you. But somebody comes, whether the man or the woman, and they decide to settle with you in marriage, and all you can do is to be wasting the time on this person who never wanted to be with you. It doesn't
No
make any sense.
wonder. I know.
It doesn't make any sense. Yes.
This
So
part
we
game.
must, yes, we must do everything to separate ourselves from them. Let me say this in conclusion. In my own marriage, I never had any single problem with my wife talking to her exes. In fact, two of them that I knew, yes. One was a Nigerian man, one was a Ghanaian, and sometimes they call when I'm there. And I trusted her so much that, especially the distance itself didn't give me any basis for suspicion that something was happening. And I didn't think that um, it was even going to be fair on my part to say that somebody that they have known before, when they meet them, they shouldn't exchange pleasantries or something like that. They are not ordinary. They have been together in a relationship before, so it's not as though he has met somebody in the street and they don't know them. But later down the line, I think that the feedback taught me the lesson that it is nothing to encourage. So, in conclusion, let us not encourage our exes. They never settle with us in marriage, and that is where we part. I rest my case. Thank you.
Thank you. Heartbeat. Sorry, woman of purpose. Before we go on to the next person, I was gonna say, what if that what is it called? The interaction was there, and you had a child with them, but you never end up marrying them. That you can't do away with them because you have a child together.
Yes, that particular instance, we are even seeing from scientific point of view that even when there is no child, there is some bond, and if children come in, then it's more confirmed. It's more confirmed that there is something between the two of you that will keep you coming together. But then, in everything, as adults, you can navigate your way through successfully. You must see the limitations, where not to go. It shouldn't cross a certain border. Yes, when you call, it should all be about children. If he has to come for the children or she has to come for the children, don't let them even come inside to sit down. You get the children ready at the gate. Yes, because you see,
That's harsh.
Serious?
That's harsh.
yes. No, it's not about her show. It's about the potential of you igniting this old firewood, which may have adverse effects on your existing marriage. It's not being harsh. We are not enemies, but there is something between us that can bring us back together. And now I have the commitment with somebody, so I don't want to create or open that door for that for probability or possibility. So I don't think it is being harsh because you women know how to do that better than we men. When a woman
Do
doesn't
what?
want
Do
you,
what?
she
Break it
can be.
down. Do what exactly?
No, you know
Break
how
it.
to put a man off and be very very blunt and be very very hostile if you don't want the man. In fact,
It's true. I hear
even
you.
if you go into our indigenous background, they could even pour urine on you and all that. So if you have not been subjected to any of those things and they have just said that don't come inside, I will bring the children out, you take them. When you come, you drop them at my gate, I pick them inside. I don't think that it is becoming harsh, honestly. There is nothing harsh about it. These are safety measures, and for me, it is a safer way to handle this matter. Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Oh wow. Don't know what to say about that. I mean, I feel like, okay, if you know that somebody has different intention and you're trying to bring the boundaries down, and you know if that person you allow them to come and sit in your house is going to cause problem, then I feel like yes, you have to put that boundaries there and keep them at the gate. But I don't think that's for me. I don't think that you should do that to everybody. It just depends on who the person is and how they're responding to your boundaries. Someone respects your boundaries. There's no need for that. Because some people, you can break up with people amicably, and because you got children, they can be amicably because maybe they've moved on, you've moved on, and you're just there simply for the children. So
Better safe than sorry.
yeah, better safe than sorry. But I don't feel well. Anyway, I'm just that kind of person. I don't feel. I just feel like I'm just imagining this poor person standing outside. And
So God helping you, you're not quarreling with your wife
Well,
or your husband at the moment, and they come there like
exactly.
shining on.
There's signs.
The devil.
Yeah, there's signs. There's signs
But that's what I'm
in
saying. If the
between
person
the
is
man
giving
and
you,
the woman is so dynamic that some of these things they are unplanned and unexpected,
Whoa.
and it can overtake you. Honestly, so it's always dangerous. A poisonous snake is always dangerous, and you don't play with it, even if it's your pet.
That is
okay,
true.
okay, interesting.
Media is not glamorizing ex relationships. I don't know whether it's
I
maybe
don't know
Leslie will
about
talk
that.
a bit.
How they
Will talk a bit.
how are they
Yeah,
glamorizing that?
yeah. I've noticed that there's quite a few programs now that they are bringing back all these meet your ex, do this with ex, and I'm thinking,
Oh,
who coming up
oh,
with this
okay.
nonsense? So I think even the world is trying to even like make it like some sort of they are doing it cunningly, but it's almost like that is almost like it's supposed to make it acceptable that you can even still be maintaining exes, which is
In
we
fact,
think before wasn't a thing, but they're making it like it's becoming a thing, and that's I think is a dangerous thing, especially for the young people coming up. That it's almost like they're trying to tell them there's nothing wrong in this thing. And the area that was like many people like this is a tab. You know, we can't accept even those who are not even Christians in thinking, but it was just like a thing that we don't go back to our exes kind of thing. Now they're like trying to glamorize it, and I feel like it's just another thing that the world is doing to try and break down these barriers where there's no standards when it comes to relationships. You know, you can rekindle old relationships, you can go back if this is not working out, and it's a really really insidious thing that is coming about. And I just feel like it's just something that the media is doing again to glamorize these relationships, like you can go back and do all this, and it's just it's just really bad news all
But
around. It's
Leslie,
unhealthy. It's unhealthy.
sorry,
that's where you and I come in to make sure we change the narrative as much as we can.
Of course, yeah.
Acceptable. Oh my
I
goodness.
mean, I think I remember. I know there's a program like that, but I briefly just saw it. But I thought it was for more like closure. So do you think people should meet for closure? No, no. I'm saying that. I'm not. I'm asking a question in terms of okay, you're single. The person is also maybe they moved on, but you want to have closure. So do you think
Yeah,
that
that was
people
what
should meet for?
that's what they were
Yeah,
making it look like, but
that's what they make.
as it started going on, it
It
became
changed.
something else. it just
That's
flipped,
where
and
So
it
you've been
became
watching
Nigeria
all
more
will
this.
like
Nigeria will
reconsider
the
it. And I
fire.
just thought this is bad news. This is bad news.
Ah,
This is
okay.
just. And the problem with the media is that they always give one side. They never
Yeah.
show you the consequential effect of when it all goes bad. They go quite there. They don't tell you, don't show you that part. And that's always the thing. They glamorize this thing. Oh, look at they're having dinner, they're talking and everything. And it's like, why do we need to have all who does that? But again, it's all this it's just this no
We need
rubbish.
to have dinner
And
to have closure.
Does that dinner include your current partner or wife or husband?
no, it's just you and the ex.
No.
And I'm like, nah, this is a bad news.
Like the marriage institution is not dealing or contending with a lot already.
Yes,
Why hold the
exactly.
snake on the tail? Why? It's crazy.
That's the word for you.
Anyway,
For another
we'll
day.
leave that alone. We'll leave that one alone. Okay, I think we've got. Is it Taylor?
Yeah.
Hi. Good
Welcome, Taylor.
evening. Welcome.
Hello, everyone. Happy New Year.
Happy
Happy
New
New
Year
Year,
to you.
Taylor.
Yeah.
Is it your first time on Insight?
Yeah, this is actually my first time.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for all the
Thank
tapping. I
you.
see you've been tapping away. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Yeah, nice being here. I think it's a very interesting topic.
Thank you.
A topic that needs to be addressed because, like Leslie said, now it seems like something fancy. Like if you're not having a relationship with your ex, then you have a problem. I just feel like that's how it kind of seems like now
Oh my goodness.
than the other way around. Because I've also seen something like a show like what Leslie was talking about, but the one I've seen is like people who have already in a relationship and they want to see if it's better to continue the new relationship or go back to the ex and see if there's
What?
something left
Hmm.
to see.
That
To
is just
see.
that is sick.
And then they have like an island where they all get into the island and then spend the time with your ex and then you see if it's better to be with the ex or with a new one or
Oh my
something like that. So it's a lot of that, and I think the worst one I've seen, in my understanding, is the one where they are married and they have kids with their ex, and they are married, and then the women, the kids, and the wives, they are all like having this family. I don't know how to even call it. Almost like a joint family, having
family
dinners.
Plenty.
restaurant.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
But you know what? That usually happens when one person hasn't moved on, isn't it? Because
I
how are you
think
gonna
that,
navigate
yeah.
that? How are you gonna
I
navigate
don't
that if you moved
understand
on?
it. I don't understand it.
I don't even know
and,
what to say.
and then this man is feeling like a king with
Of
the two
course.
women at the
Oh my
table.
god, that is
And
just
then
sick.
I don't get it. And then sometimes the exes feel so comfortable because they have kids. They can call at any time to talk about anything and be like, oh, the kids did this. And some people just don't know where the boundary is.
Yeah.
And yeah.
No.
And people don't really address it because most of the time they'll be like, "Oh, it's his ex. They have children together. What's wrong with that?" So I think this is something we need to talk
Sorry,
about.
Taylor, what do you think? Should exes be entertained in a marriage relationship?
No, I think there should be a clear boundary. If we don't have kids, I don't think there's a need that I need to call you for you to call me. When I see you, is hello, how have you been? How is life? Goodbye.
Yes.
For me, that's what it is. You're not going to call me. I'm not going to call you. Neither do I even want my man to call the ex or anything unless they have children. And if you have children, I feel like there should be a limit. You should not call at certain time. Don't
Yes.
call him 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock in the night unless there's an emergency with a child. Don't just call anytime and then just there should be a boundary on how you handle things when you meet with the kids that you call is about the kids. You're not just calling because you are bored, you miss him, and all these things. So I feel like there should be a clear boundary that need to be respected, and the man need to be the one to be able to check his ex out if she's being too much. That it shouldn't be a drama between the two ladies that like, what are you calling my man and all these things. I just feel like it's so unnecessary.
Thank you.
I mean, in terms of boundaries, I feel like sometimes I think people just forget that they need to have this conversation. So, for
Yeah.
example, okay, let's say my husband has kids with somebody else, and maybe before I met him, that's their relationship going on. As soon as I step in and we're married, like we should have a conversation to sit down and be like, you know what? If you can't reach him, you can call me. Just let's have some responsibilities and know where everyone is.
No, woman of purpose, we will not wait till we get married before because I would have known. We're not, no, you will not put
Yes,
a ring on it
No,
before
what
I
I'm
start
saying,
conversation
marriage.
about it.
no. If
Before
the reason why
marriage.
I'm saying marriage is because when you know that the person you're gonna be with that person seriously, then you need to figure out what's gonna work.
Oh,
Do you know what I'm saying? If you know that's the person, that's your person, and you're
mm-hmm.
gonna be because you're gonna be in the kid's life, aren't you? You're gonna be there.
I mean,
So we need to have a conversation, and
mm-hmm.
and I think a lot of people don't do it, and then they let the old process that was going on before you came in is still interfering in a relationship. That's when problems starts happening because it's like, oh, he feel like he can call you at 12 midnight because he used to call you 12 midnight when you didn't have nobody, and feels like that can still carry on, but it's not
No,
acceptable. It's not acceptable.
no,
So that's what I'm thinking. People have to have conversation, just like we always say on this show. Anyway, inside we always say that you need to have hard questions. You need to have the hard conversations.
yeah,
It's not about like you're trying to be anyhow. It's like let's see what the plan is, and I think when you do that, it allows the other person to kind of know where they stand. They're like, oh, okay, I can't really push in here too much because I can see that this person values the person they're with. It's also a sign of respect. You know, when you bring the other person in, also in the discussions and how we're gonna go move forward.
Yeah.
So definitely, definitely, thank you for that.
Thank you so much.
Let's go down. We keep going down. So who we got? Is it Rachel?
Rachel, yeah.
Yeah. Hi. Good evening.
Hello, Rachel.
Good evening.
Good evening. Happy New Year to you.
You the same.
Have you been on Inside before, if I may ask?
Yeah, I've been joining, but this is my first time of accepting the request.
Oh,
Hey, well done.
thank you, thank you. Really appreciate that.
Good evening once again.
Good evening. Good evening.
You see, this topic is quite um a serious one that we really need to 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 talk about and have some clarity.
Yeah.
Because one first, I'm going to say that when it comes to dealing with exes,
Mm-hmm.
one has to be very extra careful. There is a place in the scripture that says that flee every appearances of the devil. I
Hey,
would say
flee. It didn't say
Really?
walk away. It didn't say
this
try to flee. If you have wings, fly.
flee. Yeah. So now, so on the other hand, if we would look at a situation whereby the relationship have kids, I think you have to consider some things and for the sake of the children,
We're not
right?
saying that,
Because
Eki. When did the ex become the devil? We're not saying
yeah,
that
when
the
the
devil. Who said that? Nobody said that.
it
We'll
is
come
well.
back to you.
So I think so. My take is if there is no kids involved in the relationship, let the relationship be a bygone. There's no need of welcoming your ex in your life.
Thank you.
Oh, I think the line's gone.
I think her network is fluctuating.
Yeah.
Rachie, are you still there?
Okay, we can come back when she comes back. Let's see.
I hope she's not carrying on. That's just the thing now.
Yeah. Okay.
Rachie, if you can hear me, we can't hear you. Please, I don't know what's happened with your. But I can see the network is looking okay though.
Yeah, it looks okay, but it's not picking up.
Can you unmute Rachie, please?
Mm,
Yes.
maybe she's not there. Oh, hi.
Hello, Rachie.
I sorry about that.
It's okay.
Sorry about that. So I was talking about fleeing from. So when there is kid involved in this exes, but the first thing we should know is that the kind of person that we are dealing with, personality about our exes really matters, so
Mm,
that we won't cause any problem for ourselves in our new relationship or in the marriage,
mm-hmm.
because our level of reasoning differs,
Yeah.
especially when it comes to women. You know, we women, we can be so funny at times. We can be very funny at times. The way we understand each other differs. And when you see that there is another woman in the life of person you have children for, there is this level of jealousy that sets in, which really needs to be curbed. So I think personally, the man should be transparent to the wife, or in the relationship he is, or the partner, any of the partners should be transparent to each other. Let your name be made. If it is possible, let the wife, the two partners, the new partners, let them sit down and talk about it. How do we handle this? Your children, how do we take care of them? If the man is not man enough to handle the ex, let the wife take up the responsibility. Talk to each other. If the person can do it, excuse me madam, if you want to reach us, call through me. I will relate it to my husband to avoid some things. So my own perspective, because I've had so many experience about some people. I've had some stories that the exes had to destroy the marriage because of impatience and because of, oh, I'm the first person to give him children. All sort of things like that. You understand? So if it is possible, if the man or the partner can just, okay, if you want to get to me, get through my wife will take it up. Not neglecting his own responsibility, his own part. The man should be responsible because we're talking about your children. You should be a responsible man. You should not say because of you are no longer with the person and then neglect your children. That is irresponsible of the person. So you take responsible of your children. Let them know you as a father or let them know you as a mother. You understand? So I think that's the only way that the exes should just be, and the boundary should be clearly set. You don't call my husband, you don't call my wife all times. No, this is our home. It is a new home. So I think with that. But when there is no kid involved, your nay should be nay, your yes should be yes. Praise God.
Yeah. Thank
Thank you.
you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Oops. Oh my goodness.
So
Can
no,
you still see me? Am I still there?
I can hear you. We can hear you.
Can you see me though?
We can see you.
I don't know what
We
I
can see
pressed
you
now.
looking beautiful as always.
Oh, thank you. Talk to me. I think I pressed something.
Well, we can see you.
Okay,
So
just carry on. Let me see if I can
yes.
sort it out.
Okay. So we're okay. Thank you for that. We're gonna move on to Zamila. Goody. Oh, Mila's gone. Okay. So the
She will
name
come
must
back.
go
She
for.
will come back.
Yeah, we'll come back. We'll come back. Okay. I can't see this name. I think it's Far something. Good evening, sir.
Farouk.
Hi.
Farouk. How are you?
Farouk. Okay. Good evening. Welcome.
Good
Is
evening.
this
Good evening.
is this your first time? I don't know.
This is my first time on your
Oh,
program, on your live.
welcome.
Welcome to Inside
Yes.
FunmiRoyal. Thank you so much.
But I grew up in a house where my parents were separated, and my stepmother always talked with my mother, never
Oh.
my father. And my father would tell me when my mother got married, he said, "Oh, I'm so glad your mother's married because men talk to men and women talk to women."
Mm.
And I grew up with this concept. I raised 10 children, and I've been divorced from my first wife, which we had 4 children, for 18 years. And we've had 2 conversations in 18 years.
Wow.
Because there's no space in having late night calls or acting like you're married when you're not married. You have your children, but if you get married, your wife should be talking to your ex-wife. It's about the children, not about maintaining a relationship between each other. And as far as my wife's ex-husband, on the day we got married, I called him. I said, "Come sit down. I'm going to talk to you about your relationship with the children, and we're going to work it out, and that's what it's going to be. And your kids will call me father, they'll call you father, and that's it." So yeah, I don't understand this thing because your ex is your ex. Once the relationship is over, if you have no children, you have no conversation. If you have children, then you're talking about the children. But men should speak to men, women speak to women, and there's no drama if you keep it that way.
Yes, it
Wow.
is.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah,
Wow.
my clap is frozen. Quite a
Your
number
cup
of
is
people.
frozen. I know. We have to do real
Let
clap.
me see.
Ooh. Wow.
Thank you
Wow.
so much. Is it Farouk?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am, it's Farouk. Farouk Hunter.
Oh my goodness, I don't know what's wrong with this thing now. It is
Stop
welcome.
playing. Stop playing with the stuff.
It's not even pressing, that's the thing. Did you see
uh,
my comment? I put something on there. Can you see it?
well, the puzzle.
Yeah?
Yeah, I can see the puzzle.
Okay, so I don't know why it's not letting me press my clap. I even want to close it altogether. It's not allowing me.
No, I can
Can
see.
you,
You can see the puzzle. That's it.
do you not have function to the clappings and all of that?
No, I don't.
Ah, okay, we'll
Never
see.
mind.
I'll,
Yes.
I'll
Thank you so much. Thank you so
thank
much.
you
I
so
didn't.
much.
Yeah.
I wanted to give him something, just a gift for
Oh,
coming
you
to me.
can't. You can't do that either.
I can't.
Okay. I'll do it from this way. Let me see. How do you even
It,
do it?
It's okay. I'm not big on TikTok gifts.
Fine. I mean, it's just a token. This is our traditional culture here. Just to say thank you
Uh-huh.
for stopping by.
Where can I ask? Where's the host from? Like, where you from?
So I'm in UK. I'm live here in UK, but I don't
Hmm.
know. I belong to many nations now.
Many nations.
Oh,
Don't
exactly.
feel bad. I have, like I said, I've got 10 kids.
So, but
I
but I
got
am.
6 grandkids. The grandkids are from 5 different countries, so I'm very happy.
Wow.
You
But
know.
I am a citizen of heavens. Maybe I can put it that way.
God bless.
Oh, my clap. Why now? Please, somebody clap, please.
We're clapping, you're clapping. Do you hear it?
Okay.
You have to get a virtual clap. No, it's good, it's good. Thank
I don't
you.
know what else to say.
Yes. Okay. So we can come back up. Oh, okay. Ooh,
I don't know if Rachel can speak now.
yeah.
She spoke before. She's finished. Rachel, are you with us? Before we go to
Before we go to Eki. Hello. Rachel.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. I'm I'm trying to respond to, is it Air King?
Okay.
You
okay.
know, I earlier said flee from appearances of the devil. So it's just a quote. I was just I was just trying to like pass an information, not that the ex is a devil.
Devil.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like you say, you don't allow the gap to open so that someone can take advantage, isn't it? If you close the gap,
Exactly.
you're fine. You're safe. It's better to be safe than sorry, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh
It's
yeah,
best.
most definitely.
So we're gonna go to Ekin. Good evening. Are you there? Or you're driving? Okay, no problem. All right. Well, when
Oh,
if you get to a place and you can, while we're still on the live and you want to
please,
share,
yeah,
that'll be
we
fine.
want to hear
Yeah.
your views. Thank you. So maybe we'll go to Mila and I try to bring some other people up as well.
Okay. Is Mila still there? Hi.
Good evening.
Good evening.
So,
Hi. Can't hear you.
I hope he's there.
you, you to me, it's just simple, like the question. But I think if children are involved, there should be a time limit to maybe there should be a time both of you should talk about the children. You don't just call me why I'm with my wife or I call you. But on my own side, I believe as far as I offend you not, and I was never the cause of why you walk out, I should not have anything to discuss with you again. As far as you've moved on, and I've moved on,
Mm-hmm.
the distance should be like from Nigerian to UK. I mean, from Nigerian to UK is too close now.
Too
From
close.
Nigerian
Just
to
6 hours or
Australia. Australia.
6 hours. Yeah, Australia. That is, I think, the last place of the earth. You understand? So, and because sometimes it may be distraction. It may be he or she may want to call and say, I forgot those days we started, and
Mm.
and so on. Before you know it, just like you say, flee away from the end and from the devil. So it's earlier the better you do that. We are flesh. Sometimes you may remember those days and say, let me go and try again now. Maybe my wife will not know. Before you know it, you have become a victim of, had I know, if I have known, why this, why this? I promised my wife, I promised my husband I will not do this. Why me? Why has the devil used me to do this? They said the devil was just on his own.
I
We
mean,
put the blame. Yeah.
yeah, for
So
Christ. Air King is saying, I don't think your ex should be your enemy, but I don't think
no,
that's
I'm
what
not
we're
saying
saying.
no. My ex can never be my enemy. My
No.
enemy. But it's just that to
Elder,
avoid we can see ourselves on the way.
Elder,
Maybe. maybe we meet on a or maybe somewhere, whatever, and we greet each other. If it should be, just greet and pass on. Don't go and be thinking, what happened? Why did the devil push me to stay and to leave my heirs and this and this? What happened? So the best way to do that, to free your to make your marriage be at peace, because there are some ladies who are jealous. There are some men who are also jealous.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So it may be something. How are you? Simple. Your wife, that your jealous husband, who is just jealous, genuinely, not anything attached to it, will be feeling that does it mean my wife is going back to still having
Yeah.
affair with her ex? With her ex? Does it mean my husband is having affair with his ex or whatever? So the best way for peace to reign, so that like people like me, I don't know how to explain. I don't know how to even if I say true to God, which I never did that. And there are some people. There are some people. No matter how they say true to God, they will still feel like this guy is lying. This woman is lying. So to avoid saying true to God, I never did that. I swear with all my life, or this and this. So just stay away from that. You are not an enemy to your ex. She's not an enemy to you. The only thing is that you have moved on. She know why she moved on. You know why you move on. So let that thing that caused both of you to go away. Just keep it doing like that. You should keep going away until maybe that day comes and say, go and meet God and give account of yourself. How, and so
Wow.
and so on. Thank you.
Yes, thank
Thank
you.
you.
Yes. Yes. I think like you said, everyone keeps saying about these boundaries things. You have to learn to keep boundaries. And we all keep saying when there's kids there, we all accept that there has to be some kind of communication, some kind of relationship for the sake of the kids. But the clear boundaries need to be there. And obviously there's no kids there. Why do you need to entertain the other person? Why? I mean, if you were gonna work, you should have worked. If your relationship was gonna work, you should have worked. Why are you supporting your ex? You keep engaging with them. There's no need for that. All right. So thank you for that. Good evening, Debbie, my sister. How are you? Can you talk?
Good evening, everyone.
Elder Debbie, good evening to you. Hey, I
Oh
cannot
no,
clap.
why?
Why can't I clap? What is wrong with this thing? This wrong thing.
Why?
We'll clap for her.
Oh
We will
my
not
God.
clap. We will not clap.
Elder Debbie.
Mr. Leslie, why? Why, Mr. Leslie? And I'm looking up to you, Mr. Leslie. I'm looking up to you.
We're all looking up to
See?
Right.
each other.
No, it's not supposed to be supporting this elder of a thing.
Okay, so Leslie, Leslie is driving, so I'll try as much as possible to read. Oh, that thing is
Is
gone.
it
So my
Leslie
screen.
driving or you mean Air King?
Oh, is it Air King? Sorry, I said Leslie. I see. You see, Air King. Sorry, don't mind
Woman
me.
of
See
God,
this thing
Happy
that is
New Year.
frozen.
Happy New Year,
Can you,
darling.
a woman of purpose? Can you read what Air King wrote?
Air King said, if the breakup was amicable and both parties have moved on, staying in touch might be healthy. Whew, I don't know. Okay. Well,
I really wish you can
stay,
unmute and speak.
stay in touch in terms of like how often will you stay in touch?
Let,
I mean,
let, let
There's
me
another man. There's another man saying
see.
no.
no. Leslie said
See,
no.
see, let me add to what I King is saying. Wait, the way I understand. Maybe you and your ex
There's no
were
need for it.
dating, and like for example, both of you want to get married. You went to hospital, and the doctor say your blood group is not matched. That
Okay.
one is different. Maybe that is where I'm trying. Where he's trying to say.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
You understand? So that one is different. That
Yeah.
one you can say, because of the broad, we have no issue. We didn't quarrel. I never cheated on her. She never cheated on me. Just that because we want to save lives. We just parted because the blood group was never the same thing. So that one is
Must we
different. But
attach
at this,
Mila, must you attach something to it to understanding how Air King? I think what Air King is saying is we just got to a point, this thing is not working, we'll go our separate ways. I have their number, they have my number, and everybody's moved on, but I still have the number. From time to time we'll call, say hi, I'm in a new relationship with a new person, and they still call me and I still talk to them. How are you? How is family? How is I think maybe that's where
why
Air King is coming from.
why should they call? Why will you call?
Hey King, I can't
Why should
defend you
they
anymore. Please come and
why,
defend
why
yourself.
should they call? You just all of a sudden you wake up and say to your good relationship, nothing happened. It's not working out. It's this and this. Maybe we should just go. All of a sudden, you start calling. You want to check on me. I want. Why will you check on me
You can be
when I didn't
friends. You
tell you?
can just be
Which
friends. Nothing
friends
else.
of what? Friends of what now? You go your.
Hey
Friends
King.
of what?
Hey King. Please,
Now.
unmute right now.
Eh? It's just normal. It's just
He's just
normal
there
thing.
laughing.
You
This up
decide
with
to
some
go.
funny
One lady said that this man wasted my. I watched it on Facebook. The guy said two of them were dirty. The man, she did nothing to the guy. After 5 years, 6 years, the guy wake up and say, this thing is not working now. The guy say, no, it must work. Oh. You can't waste my time. You can't waste my time. 6 years, is this childless? Of course, you can't waste her time. You can't waste her time. She didn't commit anything. She did nothing bad to you. She's always faithful. And
No,
he
this
or
one is
she was
Apostle
always,
was here
all
of
of a
this.
sudden you wake up. Baba, you will go pray that your gods. You will go call that your God.
Oh my God.
You see,
By force,
you
by
go call
fire.
that your God. If I didn't offend you, nothing. Maybe and you have no you didn't give any reason that why you walk out. You just wake up all of a sudden and say, no, I don't want it. After 6 years.
You come back.
For those who know how to disfigure women, you disfigure her and everything. You just you reach you now say no. I have seen
It was
another young
insanity.
girl. I've
It
seen
was
a
insanity.
young virgin. It's not going to work out. I've moved on. Nothing. It's not working out. It will work. Oh. It will work.
You have broken up with them, but they refuse to break up with you. Where do you
I'm
go
telling
from
you, can you
there?
imagine?
Yeah,
Hey,
the guy say, see, the guy beg. Say, see, if this thing no work out, let me see who survive it. Because
hey.
it's painful now.
By fire, by
It's
force, it must
painful.
work.
But you can't leave me after 6 years. 1 year you can even. Have you not seen where the guy say or the lady say after 1 year you wasted my 1 year for no reason? You are telling me you're going to talk more of 5 years, 6 years.
I know
No
that's a lot.
offense. It will work. Oh. The lady, her mother came said, "Nah, a man have one woman like that. You cannot leave. You must see this thing anywhere you want it. We will go. We will want it. So we have to be careful. If you know that it will not work, just leave and make she go. Leave the guy, make himself go. After don't waste her time. Let her not waste your time. So that the thing will just maybe you can see yourself on the way and greet. My ex, how you did? With far greeting, you just dey far and be greeting yourself.
No need
So
of
that's
saying my head.
ah
In all of it, I think it's just for our own safety. Whether you're even in a new relationship or a marriage or whatever, the fact that you decided to go your separate ways, it means I know some people have become exes and they come back together and it works and now they're married or whatever. That's not the one we're talking about. I'm talking about husband and wife in a relationship, marriage relationship, and then either of them has got exes, whether with children or no children. Should we entertain them in our marriage? Because these things, like, I don't know who said here, it can break a marriage relationship if
The
care is
other,
not
Yeah.
taken.
the other
Oh,
dynamic I was gonna. Sorry, go on, Rachel. I was go on. Are you there? I
Yeah.
was I was gonna say the other dynamics also is sometimes it's like the in-laws as well that interfere. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it's like if your other person's got kids, with somebody else. It's them that want to push that person in. They'll be like, oh, our wife, our wife, our wife. She can do, but she's good kids. They've got kids, interfering when you're trying to put strong boundaries there. Is
Yeah.
there sometimes it's that dynamic that makes it difficult as well. And as much as the man or the woman in between there is trying to put things in the right way, especially when there's kids, they'll be interfering. Why are you not letting her call you? Why are you not? Sometimes they will go and bring the woman to the house.
I know. Oh my God.
And that's another
Extended
dynamic that's
family.
difficult to navigate.
We need to be careful. Okay, let's pause here. Let's pause here for a puzzle, and then we can
This
carry
puzzle
on.
now.
I'm looking
Gonna
at the
kill us.
time as well. I don't know. Some buttons are just. Oh, this one is working. Okay, let me see if I can press it again.
No, I
It's
think I
just
can
my
see it.
laptop.
It's gone far. Where's the
So,
puzzle?
whoever wants to try this, please feel free. And I don't know. There's no gift for today because it's frozen right now. Even my laughter, my clap is not frozen. Just to encourage you to do it. That doesn't mean everybody should be quiet. So this one you have to say 3 times without blabbing. I'm very fast, and then I'm coming back. Please don't go anywhere.
Can you try first? Go on, you have a go. Have a go first.
Please, somebody should try. Let's laugh a bit. Exes,
We
please.
want you to try for us. Go on.
Debbie says she's eating. No, what do you drink water? Drink water. Let the food come down and then try.
Nobody should eat now.
King, maybe you can try whilst you're there.
Why is driving? No, please
No, but
focus
he's
on the
been
road.
typing
Focus
1
on
or
the road.
2. Maybe he's in traffic. Strong one. Oh yeah, no, enough of the hailing. Let's try. That's what we said. Yeah, let's try. Mila ran. For real? For real?
Nobody
Okay.
wants to try.
Anyway,
Come
feel
on.
free. We can carry on with the discussion. Feel free. Whoever is ready can stop us and go ahead. Maybe women of purpose want to try as well.
Me? No. I told you this puzzle stuff is not for me. I know my limits.
Oh my goodness. Don't fall our hand there. Oh. You're representing the women. Don't fall our
I'm
hand. Oh.
represented by women. Me, I can't. I know
See,
where I
Leslie
can't.
is laughing. Leslie, unmute. Let's hear you. Represent the men.
How
Take
can
it
it was it
easy.
how can a client where is it? It's gone. How can a client cream in a
Ask me whether me I can say it even. Okay, come on. We can do this. Come on. See, I'm
how
clapping.
can a
This is
client
good
cream
clap.
in a clean cream can?
Who is that? Who's trying? I heard a man's voice.
Go on.
How can a clan cram in a clean cream can?
Say again, you have to say 5 times.
How can a clan
Time.
cram in a clean cream can? How can a clan cram in a clean cream can? How can a clan cram in a clean
Whoa.
cream can?
Who
Hey,
was that? Who
well
is
done,
that?
Annie.
Who's that?
My daughter.
Oh, thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Don't worry, that's a gift owed. This thing is not bulging at all. Fire,
Well
you see?
done. I'll
Wow,
be bringing
well
her to do my
done.
puzzles for me.
No, that's cheating because she must get the gift, not you. No, she will have to get the gift, not you, woman of purpose. No cheating. She did the
ah,
work, she deserves the reward.
she's my this thing now. So that's it. Me for you, for you for
No,
me.
no, 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 no. Yeah, I have to clap for her. Don't
Thank
worry,
you, thank
we
you.
owe
I'll give her
you.
the claps. I'll give her the claps.
Yes. Thank you for representing. So, look at Leslie Van.
You
Seriously?
see, your puzzles scare people when people are running off.
But no. Okay, it's back. Coach Fran, I'm gonna bring her up. Let's hear her view. Please, Coach, let's hear from you.
Sorry, the thing was there. I couldn't see myself anymore. I don't know what happened.
Because of this
This
puzzle.
this puzzle is strong. I can't do it. I'm sorry. How can a clan cram in a clean cream can? How
Yeah.
can a clan cream? Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
How can a clan cream? How can a clan cram in a clean cream can? How can a clan cram in a clean cream can?
Yeah.
I think
One
I've
more.
done it.
Ah,
One
you
by
already
how
know.
that. No, he
how
paused
can a
already.
clan cram in a clean cream can?
Ah, you see now. Okay, let's clap for you. Unfortunately,
Yay! Well
George is
done. Well
not with
done.
us today.
Well done. Well done. Well
Well
done.
done. Thank you. Ah, so Elder Debbie, we're coming to you, and
Yes.
hopefully King can speak before he drops off
Before
as
we
well.
finish.
Before we finish. So please, Elder Debbie, what's your take? At least you're our elder here, full of wisdom, all the life experiences from all over the world. Please, the topic is even disappeared on the screen. I don't even know what
Yes,
is
it's
going
gone.
on
It's gone.
today.
Marriage and exes.
We're
It's
talking
gone.
about marriage and exes. Should exes be entertained in a marriage relationship? Please help us. Let me see my sticker. Ah, elder.
Are you talking to me?
She's eating. She said she's eating now.
No, she's finished. She drank water since.
No, I'm still eating.
Hey.
The food will not go cold. You have to leave the food.
Okay, what's the topic, Shma?
Marriage and exes. Should exes be entertained in a marriage relationship?
Ah, that one is simple. Our elders have spoken. I was seeing Mr. Nexus said no. But my grandma, God rest her soul, said to me 2 years ago when my cousin was she broke up with her ex broke up with her. One of it happened. But the ex still reach out to her once in a while after he got married.
Oh.
So I was speaking to our grandma and she said, if you are not good as a friend, as a wife, you are not good as a friend.
Mm. Wise lady. Wise lady.
And she
Woo!
was like, oh, but mama, we didn't fight or something. She said, even if you didn't fight,
Mm.
as long as you didn't end up together, then it's no point. So from there, but me from day one, I'm not open to such.
Okay.
So I would say I don't think it's okay. But
Mm.
when grandma now spoke, grandma said, as long as you are not friends, you didn't meet for friendship purpose, you met for relationship purpose that's supposed to lead to somewhere. You didn't lead to that to where it's supposed to get to. That's fine. You guys are not enemies. You are not on any fight or any misunderstanding or anything.
Hmm.
But you can be familiar friend,
Mm.
not casual friend or anything close.
Hmm.
So,
Well.
but I think the reason she said this was because after the guy married, she will call no sorry he will call when he finishes from work, when he's supposed to spend time with his newly wedded
Mm.
wife and all that. I guess that's why she said it, but I'm saying from my opinion, let x remain x. Is x for a reason.
Okay. Thank you. Oh,
Oh,
it's back.
why
Oh.
why is your clap working now?
It's
It's,
back.
it's
Did
waiting
you
for
not see
you.
when I
It was
did?
waiting for you.
Yay!
It was
I was
waiting for you.
pressing. I was still pressing and pressing, and it went. So it came back.
Thank
I'm like,
you.
hey.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You see,
Wow.
anointing from the elder. Open the portal.
That's
You
it.
see?
Yes.
We're going to anoint you, Elder Debbie.
All the ones I've missed. All the ones.
My lady, when they started this elder thing, you should have asked them why. Don't support them or don't support this elder thing.
Okay, so just try our clean clan. That's all. That's all. Before you go, try
I'm eating,
our
oh. I'm eating.
She said she's eating. She go back to her eating.
again.
Okay, let me try.
Elder, use wisdom now.
This one is not a wisdom matter. Oh.
Don't bite
Okay.
your tongue, please.
How can a how can a clan cram in a clean cream cram? How can a clan cram in a clean cream can? How can a clam cram in a clean?
Yeah.
You try, you try.
Why? Let me give her ice cream
How can
so
a
that I will
clam
not be
cram in a
like.
clean cream can?
She tried. She tried. Well done.
I
Well
tried
done.
though. I
Okay,
tried.
You tried. You
Thank
tried. You
you.
tried.
thank you, Elder. Thank you, Elder. I want us to translate Amariba as in we shall be seeing you to meet. Yeah, Mama, don't mind me. Thank you so much. King, can you speak where you are? I think you're just about the only person left about this topic of exes. I mean, if you were able to speak, it would have been very interesting. I think
Yes.
Rachie wants to try the puzzle.
Let me
Omobola, please come up. Let's hear you. Let me see. Can you speak now, please?
You must be
Okay,
driving, not responding.
Rachie, let's try. Maybe Rachie wants to try the puzzle.
Let me try the puzzle.
Go on, please.
Okay. How can a clam in a cream can? How can a clam in a cream can? How can a clam in a cream can? How
Yeah.
can a clam in a cream can? How can a clam?
In fact, she even gave us extra. Thank you. Okay, let's cram the cream, cram donuts and ice cream.
Let's cram, cram, cram,
Well
cram.
done. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yay. Well done. Oh, woman of purpose, you want to try now?
Eh, really? You coming back to me? I already got someone to try for me. So.
You said someone. Are you someone? You're welcome. Thank you. So, okay, we have Omobolanle. Let's, I don't know if she wants to try the puzzle first or she
Yes.
wants to say something about these exes we've been talking about. Should exes be entertained in a marriage relationship? Omobolanle, good evening. I hope you're good.
I am. How are you, everyone?
We are fine.
I'll just
Yeah.
I'll just say it briefly. I'm at work anyway,
Oh,
but
okay,
then
okay.
it's okay.
All right.
Yeah. See, this topic is just directly to me.
Oh, wow.
I don't think it's a good idea. It was so traumatized for me.
Wow.
The lady was always coming, always calling. She was just everywhere. She was everywhere. There was a lot of times I'll be home crying unnecessarily because I never get to see my own man, my own husband. My daughter is going to school and you have to drop her at school. My daughter needs this thing and you have to take her to store. We live in the United States. So it's like this child support thing and everything. If you don't do it, I'm going to call the cops. If you don't do this, it was just too overwhelming. I don't think anybody should do that. I don't think anybody should agree to it. If you want to marry a man, like I tell my daughter, marry right. Don't marry because of money. Don't marry because of love. Marry somebody you trust and somebody that can trust you, even with everything they have. Let your man be able to say yes and no to any problem around him. Because if we had stopped this, I don't think we will end up, the way we are now with divorce because it was too much. It was too much. This guy never had time. So there was they got married. That was the most stupid thing ever in my life. We got married, and the next minute, because we took off work for the marriage and everything, he dressed up and he left for this woman's house. Oh, yeah. She was calling, she was disturbing us. Man, can you just turn off the phone? But he wouldn't because she can just bust into the house and start banging on the door. And it was just, I personally, I would not want even my enemy, if I have one, I wouldn't advise them to do that. It's a very bad idea. I don't think it's a good idea. When you're done, you're done. When you're done, you're done. And if you want to continue, good, continue. You can settle your dispute and just continue with the relationship. Don't put another person under pressure because he was really under pressure. I go to work every day with my eye red, not because anybody beats me, but because I'm not happy. It wasn't just a good idea. Yeah, we're divorced. I am, to God be the glory. I am very happy. I am very pleased. I am contented. I love what I do, and I don't think I want to do it anymore. If you're married or you're divorced and you approach me, my answer is not going to be, I'll think about it. It's a capital letter no. I'm not going to think about it. I'm not going to do it. I am sorry.
We're so sorry to
Yeah.
hear that, but all the
No, it's okay. It's an open conversation, and it's always good to just open up your mind and tell people the truth. Because some people will say, "I still love him, and we still share children and all." That thing is not right because the other person is suffering, especially when you marry a single person, you know, and you have other child outside. You're just making that person feel bad. That okay, yeah, you don't have children, and oh my God, you need to see this drama. We don't have no weekend together. We don't have no nights together. We don't do this. She's always calling. She just want to do this. She just want to do that. The kids cannot drive. They need to get a car, and you need to go to the dealership. Oh my God, it was just so messy. I'm telling you, it was really
well,
messy.
I'm sorry to say, can I just ask, what role did your husband play? He did not put
Exactly.
boundaries in place.
Okay, like I said, we live in the United States.
Yeah?
It's not easy for them to just say no because there's child involved. So there was no restriction from the beginning. If there was restriction, it won't be so difficult, you know. There was no restriction, so it was involved. And to me, I just felt, well, it's a child. We can just work it together, you know. But she wasn't taking it lightly. She wasn't. She was not taking it lightly. She wanted to come back to the house. She wanted to get him back the moment we got married. Why did you leave him in the first place? It was because of abuse. They're always this and that. They're always fighting and all those blah, blah, blah. And he wasn't able to take it. But now you're married and you're happy. She wasn't happy. You know, that's how it is. The moment they see you happy, they feel so bad that why did you let this person go? He's happy now. It happens both sides. Even some women are like that. They want to tear your life apart. It's hard. It was hard. It was really hard, but it's all right. Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing.
It's all right. Thank you.
This whole life story we just heard. Because these things are not meant to be toyed with. It breaks homes. It breaks
Yeah.
hearts. It breaks people. So we need to be careful. If we don't set boundaries, and now look at they live in America, and we all know how America can be crazy with all these laws. It's like 24/7 they have access to you. Like you shouldn't have
Yeah.
a life of your own anymore. Imagine.
Mostly, it happens when people know that you love your children, especially when you got kids with them and they know that you
Yeah.
love your children.
That's it.
They
Yeah.
use
Yeah.
the children to tug your heart. And it's not right. It's not right.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
right.
I guess that was the case because
Yeah.
and that was his first child and a girl
Oh.
child, you know, and you know how girl child can be so close to their father and
Yeah.
everything. So she was using that as an advantage. Every time, mom, every time, dad, I need you, dad, I need that. It was just messy. It was really crazy. It was
It's
it was
like
bad.
your
Yeah.
home is no longer your home. You feel invaded.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you know?
Like you're sharing it. Yeah, like you're sharing. It's just like you have two wives, but they're not living in the same house.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly
Kind of,
how it
yeah.
is. Sometimes we need to get groceries, and he decides to go get it. He doesn't go alone. She had to come help him get groceries. And this is the kind of guy that does not even know how to lie. He will come, oh, this lady had to help me. I said, but I wasn't like saying I wasn't going to go with you. Yeah, she just told me to help her do something, and I told her I wanted to go do this. And she said, okay, can I help you get it? How do you want me to feel about it? Do you think about me first before doing it? You know? It's I would say, please don't fall in love and say, okay, because I have kids with this person. If you're done, you're done. Don't think about it. Do not think about it. It's a very bad experience. For me, I don't know about any other person, it's very bad. Like the other lady said, Debbie, I guess, or I don't know who said it, that if you're not good when you're married, you cannot be good when you're separated. There's no friendship because if If you want to stay, you will stay, and if you don't want to stay, well, just leave. You know?
I
Yeah,
think somebody mentioned jealousy. It could be jealousy, like you've come to take her man, but obviously
yeah,
she didn't keep him. That's why
yeah, yeah.
So yeah, these things you cannot predict what will happen. Imagine that it took you to go into that marriage relationship before you realize how bad things were.
How about it? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I didn't know. They didn't say it to that extent. Guys, when they want you, they will cover up a lot of sins, and then when you get it, you start trying to get it out. I'm sorry, guys.
No,
I'm not trying to like push you guys down.
No, no,
It's
no.
just what
Well,
it
I think
is.
it's sharing.
Yeah, yeah.
Jamila, jealousy. There's a whole lot there, and I don't know. I don't know. Maybe could you have said to him, maybe you should sit with the law and create an agreement officially or something. I don't know. Could that not have been tried?
I don't know. For me, I can't lie to you. I'm not this kind of trouble person. She was everywhere. She was just everywhere. She was everywhere. And I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be this nagging kind. This place, the moment your name is in that record, it spoils everything
Well,
for you. You know? And you don't want to,
yeah.
because of one stupid thing that you can avoid easily. And you want to, no. I'd rather let my name be clean than fight over a man because of one woman that don't want to move on with her life. So I had to
Wow.
like, man, if you want to do this, just do it. I'm ready to sign this paper. And I did, and I never regretted it, honestly. It was a peace of mind for me. I'm telling you the truth. It was a peace of mind for me.
Wow. Wow. I don't even know what to say.
Hmm.
Well, you
Thank
sound
you.
to
I
me like,
know.
I mean, you've been through it. I mean, you're sounding strong, sharing. Because sometimes when people are still raw, they can't even share with anyone. So thank you so much for sharing that real life story.
Yeah. Thank you too. Thank you.
Because people
Thank
are
you.
listening, they're hearing. And if you're the one that is in that relationship at the moment, I mean, we're talking about marriage relationship and exes. You have to be careful. Because how many women do you want to marry, divorce because you can't control relationship or whatever it is with your ex? It will break people. She's bounced back. Some people may not be able to sound this strong, like I don't know how or when it happened. Some women may lose it altogether. And some, like, she rightly says, like, to love ever again. So you can imagine the bitterness that has transpired as a result of that. When something is past, it's in the past. If you're not married and you want to give it another shot, I mean, kudos, good luck. But don't go and marry somebody else and you don't know where to place them and you just keep, it's like you might as well be married to two women in a house.
Telling you.
There won't be peace. There will
There will
not
not
be
be
peace.
peace. No.
The woman is not enjoying you. Usually, you're not enjoying the woman. There's chaos over. What kind of life is
Chaos.
that? And imagine till death do you part. You want to be doing that. Some may not just be okay mentally. So, I mean, thank you once again for sharing that.
Yes.
And thank God she came to share that. It's just so that you listening out there, you can hear the implications of what this can bring about in a marriage relationship, in people's lives. Be mindful. Let your past be in the past. Even when they're children, if you have to go legal to stipulate the times of visitation, especially when you have joint custody, these things you have to spell it out. Otherwise, you may not just enjoy your new life.
Hmm.
I mean, you love your children, you want to be responsible for them and all of that. And here is this adult making your life hell just because. So I don't know. God will have to help. Honestly, honestly, woman of purpose. I don't know what else to say. To be
I think
honest.
Kenneth is just join us. Good evening,
Oh, okay.
Kenneth Peter.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Good
Hi.
evening. Good evening, everybody. Good evening.
Good evening. Please, yes, you want your contribution on what you think about marriage and exes?
Oh, thank you for the opportunity to share a word. If it's not working, it's not working. So I don't see any reason for after you marry, going back to your ex, for me, it don't make sense because it's like you're going back to your vomit,
Ah,
which is not fair. So
that's one way to put it now.
I feel for any man or any woman that think going back to your ex is the best. For me, it's not the best because for the first usher, why did you leave he or she? Because it's not working. That is why you left it. So it's gone. It's gone for good. Look for the one that suits you. Look for somebody that love and care for you, not you going back to your ex. Because what happened before can still happen again. So for me, there is no reason going back to your ex that you left. You have moved forward and you have moved forward for good, for better. Thank you.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Kenneth. But sorry, woman of purpose. But Kenneth, what about when maybe you had a one night stand or you had that relationship and they got pregnant, they have a child, but you still it didn't work out, and now you're married, and because of this child, they feel they have access to your life.
They do.
Yeah, it can still happen in that way that because of the child, you guys can still come back. But if you see that the character don't suit you or it's not your type, or for instance, you can be in the child life and let her go, he or she go for good. That's my own opinion because for the very start, it's not maybe you don't love the person or she don't love you, but why are you still there? Because the problem is the pains that you are feeling when you are not with somebody that you love. There is a pain because you know inside you know that you don't love this person or you don't care for this person, but you are just trying to pretend to be in that person's life. So for me, it's not fair. It's not good. God created every one of us for us to have the bones of our bones and the flesh of our flesh. So if you know that it's not working, it's not working. So just move forward with your life and let her look for somebody that suit he or she, that will love you, that will care for he or she, so that they will live a life that full of joy and peace, and not at the end you see divorcing, you see fighting, you see all social things. This is what is costing us today in the world. Because for the very start, there is no love, and where there is no love, there can't be peace. And where there is no peace, there can't be joy. So a lot of people, a lot of us today, we are living in pain. Mostly some pretense in marriage, or they are in marriage, but they are crying inside there. They are feeling the pain that why they are involved in this kind of life. This is not the life that I want to live. This is not the place I'm supposed to be. So for me, if it's not working, or is your ex, I don't see any reason for you going back to your vomit. You have moved on, you have moved on for good. You can be friends, but not to the extent coming to the house. You want to be in the man's life, you want to know what the man is doing. It's like you are jealous or what? I don't know. Like what somebody say in the comment section that is jealousy, but for me, I don't feel it's jealousy. It's just a wickedness that you want to have something that you have left. You don't want that person to live in peace. You want to
You want
make
to
sure that you monitor the person to know this is it's not working for me. It's not going to work for you. So that's what I think. So you may be thinking that I don't have it don't work for me, so it's not going to work for you. So for me, it's not fair that way. If you are is yes, let her go, and you live your life. She live her life. The two of you live your life for good. Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Wow. Hmm. They might be
Lady
Cambodian
Fumi,
spirit.
Lady Fumi, what
Hey.
happened?
Yeah,
You are short of words.
I am. In fact, I am
You know,
shorter of words, not even short enough.
to be honest, this topic is one of the reason I always, me and my friends always say something that I can't, I don't see myself settling for somebody that already have a child. I used to think, oh, it's so harsh, it's so harsh. But if you look at everything that tied to it, I'd rather not. It's, I would say it's only now that I look at it with some grace, like maybe if there is law in place and everything is okay, everybody have, if not, I love peace. Oh, I love peace.
Who
Who
doesn't?
doesn't love peace? Who
No,
doesn't love
some people,
Who
peace?
some
doesn't?
people, some people, some people
I like
don't like
war.
peace. Some people like war. Me, I love peace. And you see anything that will affect that peace, I don't want. So I rather, because at the end of the day, if the woman did not move on, and the man just need to allow it a little bit, she won't creep in, she will come back in and have full access.
Yeah, if you allow an age, they will go extra mile.
Thank you.
Yes.
Some people are like that.
And to be honest, it's not everybody that have the strength to set, we are saying boundaries. It's not everybody that have the strength to set boundaries. Everybody, some people just love peace, and because they love peace, they will allow everything,
Wow.
they will allow these things to happen, and then the woman will believe that, oh, regardless that is married, I'm still in control. It's because the man love peace, so he just allow her do or whatever. But I love my
Let's
peace. So
let's hear your friend. I think somebody is talking in the background.
she's upset in
I,
this man.
I want to say something.
Please.
And they said they want to hear you.
I want
Yes.
to respond to Debbie.
Okay.
I think personality really matters. Oh. Now, let me tell you my story. As I'm speaking, I'm a single mom. I'm a single mom of one boy. So
Okay.
I'm in a relationship now, but
Okay.
I didn't marry my baby's dad because the foundation of the relationship was based on lie. And because Debbie said that she loved peace, so that's why I'm trying to come out plain. I also love peace. I love peace of mind. You dare not tamper with my peace, especially when you become a liar to me. I will detach myself. So now the person I had my baby for, the person I had my baby for was a liar. I never knew. He deceived me into the relationship. I got pregnant, which was very, it was a devastating moment for me. So when I became to that, I even went to the parents. The whole thing was staged for me. When I now got pregnant, I now started getting to know so many things that I told myself. Even when I went to labor, I had so many complications. So I told myself that I'm not going to continue that relationship. I saw my baby's dad last when he was 4 days. When he was 4 days. Up till now, my baby is going to 5 years old. I've never set my eyes on that. And I determined in my heart, my mind, that I was not going to have anything to do with that person. So if we say that because I now have a baby, I have a child, and when a single guy comes, he cannot take it, depending on our personality, how we see the situation, how we handle the situation. For the past 5 years, for the past 4 years, I've not spoken to my baby's dad. Even when he calls, even when he calls, he don't call me. He call my parents, and my parents say, me Makoto, sorry, I don't know what you all those kind of things. Now the person I'm dating now, we are about getting married. The person I'm dating now knows my type of person. He knows that when I say no, I mean my no, no matter the situation. When I tell you that I'm not going to this space, you know I'm a woman of my words. So it is not all women or all single mothers or single fathers that are, depending on the personality of the person you are dealing with. Personality of the person you are dealing with. There are some people that when they have a child for you, they will take it as an advantage to break your womb, to do all sort of things. No,
That's not my own type. So when you are dealing with, know the person you are dealing with, know the kind of ex you are actually dealing with. If the person know the level of understanding of that person, if this person, when you were dating this person, the level of maturity of the person, what was it like when you were dating the person? So, yeah, I don't know if we get my point of view. So we can't say that. Or depend personality really matters. Personality really matters.
Thank
Yes.
you.
I just stop.
Is
Oh,
Debbie coming back? Because Leslie wants
Lady
to say something.
Rachel,
Go on, Debbie.
Lady Rachel, I don't think it's a personality thing, no.
It's
I
partly. It's
I
partly. You
think
can't rule it
it's a
out.
discipline thing.
Yeah, but
Yes.
discipline is part of personality, isn't it?
Exactly. I was gonna say.
I don't know if they are together, but
They do.
I
They do.
I think discipline is what you learn and develop by yourself. Because for you to make the decision and stand by it, it's not just your personality. Are you not losing out of on the fact that you are supposed to collect child care from him and everything, but
When
you
you
look
love
away from everything?
peace, Debbie.
That's that's the thing. That's discipline. That's our own discipline, and not everybody can do it.
Discipline is part of personality. It
Thank you.
defines
I
who you are.
no,
Yeah.
I get you. I'm just saying how I see it.
Okay.
I'm just saying
Yeah.
how I see it. So not everybody can do what you did.
No.
Not everybody can do what you did. So I don't know, Sha. Oh, God will help us.
Okay. I think your friend
Wow.
wanted to say something, Debbie. Elder Debbie, your friend or sister wanted to say something. Let's hear her, please.
Oh, hello, Adasa. Lady Fumi, you've met her before.
Adasa, yes, come. Let's hear you. Let's hear your views. No man,
I
no
beg,
picture.
whatever she say will not be used against her in the court of law.
Disclaimer.
Okay, okay, so I sanction that then.
Okay.
Hello, everyone. Good evening.
Hello,
Good
Adasa.
evening.
Good
Everyone.
evening.
I was just eavesdropping on my cousin's conversation. Actually, there is two ways to this. I've come from a home whereby both parents are not together, and I've experienced a relationship whereby we are no longer together, but the other guy often reach out to me. So the first thing is, I don't understand why women push on each other. If the man says no and he put his feet on the ground, it will not happen. So it's not the other woman's problem. It is also the person in your house problem. Because if you say it's because he likes peace, why does he like peace with the outsider but will not give you peace? That's number one. Let's leave it there. Now, when it comes to this call back and forth, you need to understand that sometimes the women on the outside have resentment towards the woman on the inside for taking away their spouses. A lot of people don't say when they start dating that man. Do you understand me? If you break my relationship and your man is coming back to me, since I can't have him, I will also make your life miserable. It's a two-way game. I'm not saying that is what the case is, but don't let's look at it from one perspective. When I had a relationship, the guy was with me here and was with somebody back home in Africa, in Nigeria. When he went to see her, he brought granite for me. Innocently, I collected it. But when he came back to me and told me, if I knew, because I know what their messages look like. I knew, but I never confronted him because in the home where I came from, my father would say, when a man tell you something, believe him. Whatever is hiding is important to him. That's why he's not telling you. Use your brain. If he's hiding it from you, is more important to him than you are. So when that time started coming, I knew when to exit. Did I love him? My heart said so, but my common sense is saying leave when it's honorable. When he told me, oh, it's my parent that chose her, I shaked him and I tell him, I wish you best of luck. But when they got married, he will call me when he leave from work. Why? Because we had a routine. I'm a routine person. So you call me on your way from work. When you travel out, you call me. I'm someone who is present. I want to know the journey of my partner. What do you experience? Where you travel to? What did you lack? How is your day? How is your mood? I always ask a question. How is your mind? How is your mental health? Because I care. You are the father of my children to be, the crown on my head, the person I'm here to help in destiny. I want to know that you are okay. When the children are no longer there, you are the future that I will have, the one that will journey with me. So I want to be present. Now, when you are in relationship, and you do it with all your might, even if it's not appreciated, the other person has been trained to that pattern. When a
Sorry.
new person,
Wait, Mila, please. Sorry. Thank
Go
you.
when
on.
a new person come in, that pattern they cannot recreate. They may be a better cook, they may be a more beautiful person, they may be a more humbler person, but if you genuinely care for that person, they cannot recreate who you are or what you do for them. So when he goes to work, he was married. I never questioned him because I only asked a question. And why didn't I question him? I believe a man is a full entity with a full common sense and a brain. Whatever you do, it's by choice. Nobody tied your neck. If you chose her, you wanted to. So why should I begin to question? When it comes to marriage, men own marriage. They choose. A woman don't have the power to choose. If you do, you will maintain that marriage for the rest of your life, and it's stressful. A man stays where he wants to stay, vice versa. Now, when he goes to work, he calls me. Debbie is like, they will beat you at that side. They will beat you in London. Every if I had resentment towards his wife, I will entertain that call. When he called me, I always say, what? It's family time. You can't talk to me at this time. When he talk, we talk. If I'm there in the overnight, we talk in the middle of the night. We discuss life, his dream, his challenges, his fear, and things like that. So sometime when he finish work at 11, I know his pattern. He will call at 11 p.m. and I may be working. Debbie is like, don't pick that call. And the first time I pick, I'm like, where's your wife? She's sleeping. I'm like, speak to her. Now it's over a decade. Oga still calls. I'm the one that don't. It's over a decade. He still calls. I don't pick up. Now, I'm not saying he's a bad person because I won't lie. When we were together, it was good to me. The reason I don't pick his call is not because I cannot, it's because it will truncate my pattern of the kind of life that I want. It's a choice. Because if my husband calls, no, it can't even be husband. If my boyfriend call his ex, from that day he did that hello, we are all going home. I don't want problem. Because as long as there's a third party, no, there are some things, don't start it because when you are in relationship, that is the forward, the beginning. There's depth. All those sample you see, they have root in the ground. Now you can manage the one on the top, but can you manage the one in the root? Let's leave that one now. Let's talk about the one that have children for you. My mom didn't grow up with me. I grew with my dad and my stepmom. My mom come to our home to visit, but she never intruded in the home. Why? My dad is a disciplined man. My mom knows her boundary and he knows his boundary. So my stepmom was at peace regardless that she was in her home. Do you understand me? A man is the head of the family. It's not by respect, or it's by doing what you need to do when you need to do, in honor of whom you need to do it. Thank you.
Wow. Wow.
I have borrowed you people another elder today.
All of
A
this.
man is the head. A man is the head of the family, not by respect. It's by doing what you're supposed to do.
Mr. Miller for Christ, I've been meaning to ask you something since I joined. Have somebody offended you before?
Why?
Me?
Yeah, the way he was attacking this topic when I came in.
You mean me?
That's what you wrote in the comments.
Every one of us have offended.
It's God,
We have
though.
been
It has
offended in one
nothing
way
to
or
do
the
with
other now.
me.
So, all I'm saying is that what Sister Debbie said is true.
It's not.
Everything should have boundary. Just stay away. You have gone. You have gone. You have gone. You have gone. Just stay away. Stay away. Don't come and cost me. Maybe that beautiful peace I'm having. That peace I'm having. You come and put hot water on top of it because I don't know how to say true to God. True to God. Many of us, no matter how you speak the truth, they will still be looking at you and say, "No, I'm still suspecting him or her." So better. That way is just better there.
I think Leslie wanted to say something, isn't it, Leslie?
Yeah,
You've been waiting. Are you
okay,
there?
Yes, so thank you very much.
after
This
Leslie
is
Omobolale, you speak, please.
this is a very hot topic, and I'm glad that it has been said because me, from the beginning, is a straight no, and the reason why I keep saying it's a straight no about
Let's mute if we're not speaking. Sorry, there's someone echo. Thank
yeah.
you.
It's a straight no for me. And the reason being is because I've seen this thing bring too much hurt. It's not even just, there's a research to prove these things, but it's brought a lot of hurt, a lot of hurt. And like I said, the media does not show that side of the hurt of ex relationship. It's I don't know, you might have heard this. I've heard this back in the early when I was a young Christian, that you can choose the sin, you cannot choose the consequences of the sin. And one of the things that people don't understand is that, especially if you're married though, that thing about ex relationship is, I mean, it's part of death, it's part of dying. You are dying to an old self, you are coming into a new self. And there's something our sister said earlier, a woman of purpose said, and I love that. We men, we love respect. We want to be respected. So how are you going to be respected if you're not doing things that show that you are a respectful person? And part of that respect is that you want to make sure that your wife respects who you are by the things you do. And if you don't have boundaries in your marriage that protects your marriage, that protects your wife, how can you be someone that can be respected? You know, if you're going to be saying that you still want to be communicating with ex, I don't care what it is. This is why I say that it's, to me, it's non-negotiable. Even if you have children, there has to be boundaries. And no boundaries are crossed. I'm sorry. Either I will move to another place or you just won't see me. I will go to the law, whatever. But we're not going to be doing this thing because I know that a lot of people are paid. I know someone personally in my family. I don't want to bring their name, but I know them personally that they did this very thing. And I'm telling you, it hurts their marriage. It really, they are still together, but it's not the same. And he's still refusing to even accept responsibility. It's almost like, well, if only she had done what she had meant to have done in my marriage, and maybe I wouldn't have opened door to the ex, kind of nonsense. I'm like, no, it's wrong. No matter how you want to say it is wrong. You don't entertain these things because you want to use it against your wife when it suits you. You know, and it really brought a serious problem. Real, and for me, it's like, I don't need to go through this for me to now know. I've seen it. I've seen it. You know, yes, they're all having fun, everybody behaving like it. But when the fallout kicks in, everybody behaves like they don't know each other again.
Of course.
So I'm sorry. It's such,
It can be
yeah,
deadly.
the emotional aspect. And I think I just want to say that a lot of men, we are always saying women are emotional. We are emotional when it comes to women. A lot of us men are very susceptible. Well, suddenly our guard goes down because we're just thinking of one area, but we don't think, we're not, the logic suddenly runs out of the window. But logically speaking, it's a no-win situation.
That's right.
There's no part of it that's going to come out where you're going to come out looking good. It's a zero-sum game. There's no part of it that you're going to do this thing outside of the pleasure that you're going to look good at the end. There's no way, there's no recovery that shows, other than repent and turn to God. There's no way around it. And even then, you still have to break it and let it go. So I'm sorry, this exes thing it's for me, it's a deal breaker in a marriage. It should just people should early on decide what they want to do in their marriage. But that ex thing, call it a day. Just call it a day. If you are going to marry them, you have married them now. Say you are in relationship with them and it didn't work. And there's a reason why it didn't work. And sometimes people forget why it didn't work, because all of a sudden something else should manage. I think it's like those children of Israel when they left Egypt. And then after a while, things started playing out with the relationship with God. And then they started looking at Egypt like, maybe we should go back. Suddenly they started looking at it with rose-tinted glasses. Like, it's no, you had a bad experience. There's a reason why it didn't work. And we have to maintain that. I'll leave it for there. But yeah, this is a hot topic. I'm very appreciative with the lady Bonali that shared that story. And I think that should be a cautionary tale to any man out there. It's a cautionary tale.
Thank you. Omobalale, please, the floor is yours.
Okay. My question want to go directly to the guys now. In my own case, my ex doesn't know how to. Let me say, he doesn't know how to think for himself. It's this kind of a person that you can just push around and he just say yes. So it was not that kind of a man that I would call. I grew up with men. My brothers are strong. They know how to say no and they know how to say yes. They don't say it because if you go, they will miss you or whatever. I don't want it, I don't want it. But that's the kind of guy I married. He doesn't know how to. When Fumi comes to tell him that, oh, na, he will say yes to you. And then come back to me and say yes to me. He's just so confused. He doesn't know what he's doing. I guess that was why the woman was able to like
Push him
break it
around.
up. Yeah, it really broke him and he couldn't say no to this woman. Well, are you scared? In this country that we live in, nobody can take your child. Even in Nigeria, nobody can take your child. When they grow up, they will come look for you. You know? But he was so afraid because she kept saying, you're not going to see her again. You're not going to see her again. I guess, I don't know. But to me, I guess it was just this, he doesn't know what he wants. He's just so confused, you know. And I grew up in Nigeria whereby we're tough. We have tough skin. When you say no, you're no, nah, no. Nobody will tell you say nah, yes. If you want yes, you go say yes. You understand? So I like just go your way and I'll go my way. I just want to have this. My mental health is very necessary. It's very important to me. I don't want to lose it, and I don't want to like break myself into pieces because I'm with a man. If I die, it will move on with his life. Do you understand me? I've heard stories of women who kill themselves because their husband is cheating and all those blah blah blah. I don't want to be in that because I'm gonna give account to God. You kill yourself because of who? The guy just moved on, and you're gone. You know, we should just. I think we should stop. We should just this emotion kind of a thing. We should just let it go and think. We should think, what is your heart saying to you? What are you thinking? What are you feeling? Because you feel sick. You feel so sick inside. That is how I felt. Every day I feel so sick. People say me, oh Bola, you're so beautiful. I was not beautiful. My heart was hurt. You know? You're fine outside, but inside of you is eating up. This relationship thing is some people can fall in love to a fault. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. To a fault. When something happened in that relationship, you break down and people get to know. They know because it showed all over you. Do you want to kill yourself because of somebody? No. Move on with your life. Somebody else might come if you're lucky. And if not, get well with yourself and live well. So I'll just say it's just live well and live right. When you want to choose first, if you don't choose right, think about it before you choose the second time. Because if you make a mistake the second time, my friend, you're doomed. That's it. It's not going to work again. It's not second time does not work again. Maybe to some people, but I don't know. It's hard. It's really hard. Yeah.
Wow. Thank you so much, Omobalani. Really appreciate that. I mean, the Lord is enough for the wise. Woman of purpose.
Hey, I don't now we're all somber mood now. We're all thinking deep. Hey, I think next week we need a fun topic. This one.
I say God is amazing. You know, I was sharing with you, woman of purpose. I said I have to find a place, a quiet place, and I'm like, Lord, this is 2025. What would if I went this topic had even been since the year before? And I'm like, is it not too early? Is it not too this? I said, well, I'm just gonna obey. And I'm short of words.
Yeah.
Because it's obvious that people are suffering from this thing and it's affected so many marriages. And God's desire, God's will, God's purpose for marriage is that we will enjoy marriage.
Amen.
Of course,
Amen.
it has its challenges and all of that, but we need to enjoy marriage. That's why God created it. You
That's
have this
right.
person solely for you, like till death do you part. You know, the devil is not happy. He's gonna play on people's minds. He's gonna play on the marriage. He's gonna want to break things up. But we ourselves, are we ready for marriage? Are we mature enough to handle all that it takes to build that home? Marriage is not for newly livered people. Marriage is not for boys and girls. This is life. It is life. You heard Omobolale there. Some people ended their life because of marriage. And they're gone. And then the spouse will move on. At some point, they'll move on. Is it worth that?
No, never, never.
Ah, that's my case.
Yes.
Woman of God, will
You rest
choose.
your case. The judge has hit this thing. Case rest. Boom.
Ah, Lord have mercy. I don't
Yes,
know.
yes, yes. I mean, like you said, we have to have these difficult conversations, you know, and like you said before, these kind of things, you have to have the conversation before you even, get married. You have to have it when you're having discussion about finances, about all these other things. It's part of it. What do we do? About exes, and lay down the boundaries that you both accept, and you have to respect it.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I
Thank you,
don't know.
everybody.
I think, yeah, we might have to draw the curtain here. I don't know if anybody wants to say final
Please
thoughts or
let me say one
whatever.
more. Let me say one more thing, and that was in response to Mobanale's question in regards to our husband. I think it's already happened. But what I was saying in that situation is that such a person, such men, if they're going with their personality, they need other men
Mm,
who have good marriages. They need to be surrounded by other men who they are accountable to. Yes, mentors, very, very important, who they are accountable to, and they will be able to kind of like be a support system where they can help them to be making those decisions, the difficult decisions, and also process those thoughts. I could say therapy, counseling, yes, but really other men provide that kind of stability where you can be challenged in a way, in an environment where they can challenge you and inform you, and you can be able to, because you have to report back to them, especially if they are seeing them regularly. And in that situation, then they can't now continue in that kind of behavior because they have to be, let them know, have you done this? Have you done that? Um, I'll tell you why it's so important because I keep saying it, other men vet other men.
mm,
And when men have mentors, it strengthens you as an individual man. Um, I'll give you an example. In a few years back, something, I don't know why I'm echoing. No, sorry.
Let's pause. I mean,
Anyway,
let's mute rather. Maybe women
yeah.
of purpose.
Yeah. Anyway, a few years back, I'll be very brief. A few years back, something happened where, for some reason, there was a particular client that wanted to see me more than regular. This is not an EXO. It's not an EXO. It's not, but they wanted to see me, and it became much more than just I want to see you. It became like I really want to see you. I know you're married, but I'm interested. And I had, it was very difficult. It was very difficult. And the worst part is that they were my type. They were exactly the type of person I would like to be with. So I was like, I had a choice. So, and I didn't tell my wife immediately. I went to go and tell one of the guys, he's a pastor and he's an elder. And I told him, this is happening in my workplace. What am I going to do? I'm really stuck. And he said, first and foremost, I want you to tell your wife what's going on. Number two, I want you to limit contact with this person. Yes, they're your workplace, but I want you to limit contact. I need you, and also let your colleague know that whenever they come, pass out over to your colleague. And I got that instruction. And this was me facing now before I think it would be me as a guy I'll go and chase. No, this one they came to me. They came for me. And it was a difficult period. It was a difficult period. And I remember he would every week he would call me, Leslie, have you done this? And I will tell him, okay, I've done this, but I haven't yet done this. And he would like, you need to go. And then the week that he came to come and tell my wife, I had to call her and said, honey, this is what's going on. I said, look, I'm not the one that went looking, but this is happening. And there's an engagement building up. And I started taking steps. And I told her what happened. My wife was like, I don't want this person to ever come to your workplace again, but I can't control that. But I want you to tell your manager what's going on. And I remember once I told my wife, that was when the breakthrough started. That's when the real breakthrough began, was once I told my wife. And I remember there was one particular day I just felt in my spirit, going to work. Go out with your wife. You know that day, my wife and I were out for 12 hours. I think we came back home early in the morning. When I came back the following week, I was told that this situation happened though. And my manager said this person should never come back to my workplace. And that was the end of that situation. Until today, I'm so grateful because I had people I could talk to who could help me process that situation rather than me trying to do it on my own. And as a guy, you can't. There are a lot of things you need to get other people involved. You can't just think you can handle everything. And I'm very grateful. And when I told my wife, that was the second stage that really now solidified. And I believe that's why I got that breakthrough, and the rest is history. And that situation never progressed beyond what it was. You know, and there's been no recurrence. This is now maybe 6 years now. Yeah, 6 years now, probably 6-7 years now. So what I'm saying is that such men need mentors. If a man is doing things by himself and he hasn't got people around him, you are in trouble. I always tell people that even billionaires have people around them. Don't think that they go there by themselves. They have a lot of people that work with them, work for them, and there are people that they take advice from. If a man cannot get counsel, if a man cannot be able to be informed by other men, you need to watch out. So that's what I'm going to say on that. Thank you very much.
Oh my goodness. I think we should just go now. We're done. Honestly, what a way to end the insight tonight. I don't think we can top that, to be honest with you. Woman of purpose, I don't know. Wow. It's a lot.
Yeah, we're done. We're done. We're done. We're done.
Wow. Thank you so much, every single one. Thank you for those who have dropped, who have come back, and all of that. Thank you so much. Oh, TJ. Oh, you're just coming. We're about rounding up. Or you can send an invite. Let's just hear a thing from you if you're up for it. TJ, are you there? I don't know why you're coming just now. We're just rounding up. It's amazing. Thank you, Leslie, for just rounding up for us. Really, I really appreciate all the experiences we've shared, and really, it has brought it home. And I just want to believe that as many people that are having this issue right now, at least out of all the people that have spoken, they would have gotten something. You know, may the grace of our Lord.
You say the Lord. You say we should say the grace. You say we say the grace.
Of our Lord Jesus Christ, the love of God, and the sweet fellowship of the Holy Spirit be with us now and forevermore. Amen.
Amen. May our exes keep away from us and never come back.
Say the love surely. Wow. That was a bit intense, but thank God. Omobalanle, I really appreciate you. Thank you for sharing. Taylor, I see you. God bless you. Thanks for joining us as well. Kenneth, thank you for staying. Debbie, Elder Debbie, I'm sorry, apologies. Elder Debbie, God bless you. And thank you, Adasa. I'm sure you're still hearing us. Thank you. We really appreciate you for that. Wow, insightful experience you shared as well. Leslie, God bless you. As usual, woman of purpose, thank you for coming to my rescue. In fact, God brought you at this time because hey, like I always say, I don't know it all. I don't have all the answers, but me, I'm on assignment. And God has just so made my life easy with the people He has brought on inside by Himself, and I'm just grateful and I'm thankful. It's quite fulfilling, experiencing insight in this way. I don't know how you lot say it, but I'm honestly short of words. I don't want to ramble, but I just want to say thank you. God bless you all. And to everyone listening out there, I pray God will sort out your marriages. If your spouses need maturity, whatever they need, my prayer is that God will help them. God will link them with the right man to encourage them, right woman to encourage the women as well, so that we can enjoy the goodness of marriage as God
Amen.
for us. Amen. Guys, thank you so much. God bless you. And I will see you on Monday when we talk our general talks by the grace of God. Have
Amen.
a wonderful night rest. Enjoy the weekend. Keep warm, be good, love your wife, love your husbands as much as you can, God helping us. And if you're having issues, pray that God will come and intervene so that you can enjoy
Amen.
that marriage yet again. Thank you guys so much. I really love everyone. God bless you.
God
Have a
bless you
wonderful
too.
night.
Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night.
Wow. Bye. Thank you. Thank you so much. Good night, Elder Debbie. Kenneth, thank you. Hope to see you Monday, 8 p.m. UK time. Good night, everyone.